I prayed for my downfall and I found a way to reconcile. Cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm sad to say I'm sorry, so lie. Pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Life kept spitting at my feet and forced me down a dead-end street. When all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, cause I don't like the person within. Oh, I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. Whoa, I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. So I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. A lie. No, don't wanna live a lie. Live a lie. Ooh. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. Oh no.
Get up. We want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now, right now. Pick your body till you black out. So get the fuck up. Yeah, we're going up. Next floor is us. You're riding with us.
you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They say, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began. Just start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. It's not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. It's not lost, you're
Waste another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time. Buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I, we're safe and sound.
Okie dokie. There we go. Well, it is time for Rime of the Frostmaiden, our session 1. We have same party plus more as our Avernus campaign, and we'll be getting into it very promptly, very soon. Arranging a few things here. Do this? Yeah. Let's see. That's cool. I just need to have all of these songs on, repeat. Whoa. Got some special music as well. Okay, let's get this bad boy going.
I mean,
it's actually really shallow. Like the
residential
average depth of the bay is like 20 feet.
and commercial, but underwater. That's what I want to see.
What?
Residential and
Atlantis.
commercial, but underwater.
And a high
And
size
then-
zone, no
Just go
problem.
to Florida.
That
Yeah,
is
I
a
mean-
great
that's-
way.
Florida,
That's
just
not-
wait. You'll eventually be underwater.
No. and then you sell all the underwater houses to
Thanks,
like
Ben.
young stupid people,
Yeah, right. Just
and Darwinism
who's gonna buy
fixes
it?
the population
No.
problem in the bay.
Here's the thing: if you're gonna do it, you make it like low income housing, so that when it fails, you're just getting rid of poor people anyways. It's fine.
Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa!
Hey.
No, not how we're starting
No,
this one.
no,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
no,
That might be
said
the
that to the
American way, but
wrong
that's not the
person.
right way.
I know you're trying to.
No,
I know you're trying to
no,
channel
no.
your inner fucking CW3 with starting this thing off with some bullshit, but
those people work way fucking harder than a lot of the people at the top. So make it
No,
some
I get
fancy
ya.
rich ass motherfuckers that
See,
like,
it's like
oh look,
from
you could live
trying.
underwater. That's the next best thing.
Yeah, you just have
Better
all you do
than
is
so
either
much
frame
people,
Wait.
it,
like,
frame it as something exciting and new.
have you guys
Yeah.
not?
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys
And-
not seen the
and just
fucking
charge absurd amounts for
the
it.
stupid thing from like that Ben Shapiro literally tweeted about
Yes.
this probably years ago,
Yeah.
where he
Who's
was
gonna
like,
buy it, Ben? Aquaman?
yeah, no, he's like, yeah, if the water rises and just takes out all these houses, just sell them. And like,
Jeez.
who's gonna buy them, Ben? Who's gonna buy them?
If they're underwater, you know who will buy them? Archaeologists.
Yeah, you
No, no,
market
you wait
them,
2,500
property.
years.
What are you
and
talking
then
about?
You dig them up. Yeah,
you market them
Archaeologists
as
can't
like
afford that.
investment properties.
that's true too.
Okay,
Like they're investment properties, and then all the
Let's-
rich people soak them up.
let's
Wait
get
till
this
it's
started.
boil away.
We got everybody in here, I do believe. Nope, we're still missing. Who are we missing?
I think that's
I mean,
everybody.
Outside of underwater
1, 2,
property.
3, 4, 5, 6. No, there should be 7 of you guys in there.
Aren't there?
Snorkeling.
In
Waboog,
roll 20.
Orc. Oh, in roll 20.
Ah,
See, that's
Nice
the thing.
save.
Is you didn't specify, and I was making
Yeah,
a drink.
I was looking
So-
at Discord. I was
Wow.
like, ah,
So we're
so
Someone
who's
in
the
the
chuckles here?
I'm here.
Someone in-
I'm here. I made it.
No,
all
I
right?
said
It's not me.
who's the chuckles?
Gastroy.
here?
it's,
Okay.
it's me because I was making a drink. Okay.
Okay.
You mean
I was
Horizon?
making
erotic
a
lizard fiction has joined the chat.
yes.
Oh god.
All right, so we're gonna get
Don't
this
be
thing
good, Dad.
started.
There is a reference there.
Uh-huh.
It's not that I'm not a scaly. I promise.
Oh, I'm pretty sure
Too
it's just
late.
Hey,
cat
no
hot
kink
lizard.
shaming around here.
Yeah, I know. I'm just promising that I'm not. It's fine. I'm not shaming anyone who
burden
is.
of proof has definitely shifted in this. I'm just saying.
He's not shaming Scalies. He's just saying he's not one.
Mhm.
Okay.
And that all of them are degenerates.
All right, all of you
that's
guys,
fine.
start off by making sure that you guys have control over your characters and stuff
Oh,
like
good
that.
point.
I do.
Yo, the ad's on an adventure.
Somebody just ran underneath the party thing. Great.
I'm gonna sound the owl's
Immediately
eye.
hides behind owl face.
I would
Perfect.
feel.
Okay, everybody's got control. That's great.
Hell yeah.
I'm on top of our face.
Perfect. All right, so we start off in with 4 of you guys in basically a blizzard as you're making your way
nice.
over the final part of your journey over the spine of the world. And I would probably say, Thad can't read. Demovan.
I mean, I'm at 9 intellect.
Whoops.
Demovan, you take out the note that was given to your party from Jarl Axel, and you take a look at it. We'll take a look at it now. Okay. So it says, to those hired, I have secured travel north to Icewind Dale for you with a seasoned fur trapper who knows their way through the worst of the spine of the world. They'll drop you off at Dugan's Hole. The town is an absolute shithole, but it'll have to do. I'm tasking you with finding a way to end the internal winter that is keeping any major trade from reaching Icewind Dale via land and sea. For this, you'll have a reward of 20,000 gold, as well as protection from whatever past I know is haunting you. You need assistance. I have contacts at Bryn Shander and Tourmaline. Wow, I wrote this wrong. Show the attached mark to the Brigandiarth to this drow, and they will assist you as they can. Best of luck. Try to stay warm. Jay. And then, of course, we got stupid, sexy Jarl Axel. The drow who hired you.
Look at that fucking jawline. Like, holy shit.
He's posing for a commercial of some sort.
Dude, that guy makes monochrome work.
GQ.
Yeah.
He's posing for GQ. Cover edition.
So, you guys make your way through the wind and through the snow. And in the distance, you see the outline of what looks to be huts in the distance. Your guide points him out to you. You can barely hear him through his warm furs that he has wrapped around his face, his goggles pulled down over his eyes, his hood pulled tight. That there is Dugan's Hole. We're almost there. But I gotta warn you, the place is mighty inhospitable. I'm gonna drop you off and then I'm heading the fuck out of there right away. Probably make my way to Bryn Shander. You know, larger place, bigger settlement, and whatnot. But, yeah, don't worry. Maybe you'll find something there for you. As you guys approach, you can see that there's, like, ramshackle houses, barely looking like they're standing, and very little light. You're arriving in the morning. The sun is nowhere to be seen. It's kind of dim, gray light everywhere. And an eerie quietness. All you hear is that crunching of the snow beneath your boots. And you look out over the water, which you now realize there's a frozen lake to your right. And you see eerie shapes out on the lake. Stark still. Just dark outlines against the frozen lake.
Huh. Like
how far out are they?
Human size, perhaps?
They look human size for sure. Oh, some of them are like, 40 feet out. Some of them are 100 feet out. They just look like bundles of fur. And then you hear a noise. A splash. As you see one of them pull something up. You see a flopping fish hit the frozen ice. And you see the individual stand up and he scrambles around trying to hold on to the fish. Slaps him in the face and he falls backwards on his ass and there's another splash as the fish goes back into whatever hole it came out of.
Dugan's Hole.
You're accosted by a slurry of curse words coming across the lake. God damn motherfucking fish getting in the fucking water. Don't start it. Shoot. Dang.
I like Dugan's Hole already.
Yeah, I think I live there.
You reach the outskirts of town and the most prominent feature there is a circle of stones standing upright against the gray sky. Single stone in the middle. How many are there on the outside of this? 19 stones with one single stone in the middle. You guys make your way towards the center of the town. Guide is still with you for the moment, but he kind of stops on the outskirts of the town. I'm not going to go much further, but your way has been paid for, and good luck with whatever you've been tasked to do. So long! And he turns around and hoofs it out of there.
Got him! Got him!
And indeed into the hole. So you guys look around and it's It's cold. You all have, the 4 of you have your cold weather gear on, and we get the first shot of the group that is arriving from the south. So we'll start with erotic lizard fiction, aka aka Fletcher Cricks, the lizard, the lizard folk. Give us a quick description of what you look like.
So what you see before you is a red-skinned lizard folk, who kind of has like every time he breathes out, he has a bit more of a flare of steam than most everyone else does. And he is pretty lightly, I mean heavily clothed obviously for the winter, but other than that doesn't have a ton of stuff on him. He has a spear, he has a wooden shield, and that's pretty much all you can see on him.
That's like true lizard folk, right? Not dragonborn.
True lizard folk, yeah.
Okay.
And then standing next to him, kind of following next to him, is an orcish person. So Chuckles, orc punch thing. What does Thad look like?
Thad Crunknuckle. Mm-hmm. He's a, as I had originally pointed out, he's kind of built like a dump truck. He's about 6'4". His shoulders are wider than most. He looks really jacked, although anyone who's really familiar would notice they're more like, for show muscles versus being actually pretty strong. He's wearing a kind of beaten monk, what's the word I'm looking for? Like not a uniform, but like a monk robe that's
like
ripped, kind of like a key, but or G, whatever. It's ripped off at the waist, and he's wearing a bunch of heavy robes over the top, over his chest, which is normally bare, and it looks really funny because he's not used to wearing this sort of clothing. One eye is kind of milky white, his left eye. Right eye is a deep magenta, and he's wearing, strange enough, it's like kind of a circlet with like a little shiny, almost like horns kind of coming off, swept back, almost like elvish ears. Strange material. If anyone was familiar, you notice it's actually made of aluminum, which is pretty hard to find. Now, he's also, the other thing that really stands out is despite the cold, he's wearing heavy steel gauntlets and boots. These are kind of padded with chain and cloth, so they're not just heavy, full plate, but they're very well dented, beat up, and clearly been used for combat. And kind of a blank and wild stare on his face as he looks over at the weird circle of stones. Looks to names are hard. Oh, you're getting Fletcher. Looks to Fletcher, looks back, and just kind of stares at the town, pensive, waiting.
Okay. Next up, standing next to him, is a very large feline figure. So, Porkins. Give us a little quick description.
Large feline figure. His coat is very thick on him, so his fur is very thick, so he's not really too bothered by the cold, kind of like a Bengal patterning to his fur. He's also got a pair of spectacles on his eyes, and at his waist he has satchel, like your grad school TA backpack sort of side pouch thing going on.
Nice. And
on one side and on the other side he's got a pick with him, and he's clearly got like a bunch of papers and notes in his backpack. He's kind of muttering to himself and writing down kind of like as these stones, kind of taking notations of like, I guess approximately 1.45 meters apart from each other, 36 by 48 centimeters in size, and tongue out, tastes cold, temperature is such and such, just like noting temperature and making observations, writing down all this stuff in this notebook, and not really explaining why. He doesn't even probably know if he has a good reason why he's doing it.
All right, then last one in this group that we see at the moment is a tall weeaboo. No, a human.
That's the race.
Yeah, a tall human with a ponytail on the back of his head, standing on the far side of the party.
Yeah, at least as far as like the art style shows, but it's probably more like Witcher style, where it's like the tiny little tail. But you see a average-ish height human, kind of bulky under like the loud clanging armor, covered in all sorts of pole arms. He's got like black with speckled graying hair, so he's a little bit older. bundled up, cold as fuck, and just looking at this cat who's like studying rocks.
All right, so you guys approach the town, and as you get closer, kind of ramshackle houses, lean-tos, you notice an individual sitting on the dock, kind of kicking his legs back and forth. He looks up, and his crossed eyes see you somehow. Just calls out, "Y'all, there's visitors coming! We got outsiders! We got outsiders!" And then a head pokes out of one of the doors of one of the kind of hovels next to you, and a face that looks almost exactly the same, but one of the eyes is looking another direction. "Boy, howdy! We don't get nobody in this town!" And he kind of like runs out of the door, comes up to you. You can see just this round face poking out the fur jacket that he's wearing. He's about, 5'4", 5'5", kind of short, and you notice that when he walks, one of his legs is shorter than the other one. "Well, welcome to Dugan's Hole. We ain't got much here, and, wait." He looks you guys up and down. "Y'all ain't from Goodmead, are you?"
No.
No.
Well, no. In fact, I don't even like mead.
"Good." He spits on the ground. "Those Chultons over at Goodmead ain't good for shit except for their mead. Looking at them all high and mighty, thinking that they could escape the fishing business, but Knucklehead Trout's where it's at. Their mead's garbage. They're just all hoity-toity.
Right.
Well, if you're looking for some warmth, the Longhouse over yonder, that there's the only place that's got warmth right now. You see, it's the night of the sacrifice, so we got to, pretty soon we're gonna be hunkering down."
Thad picks up on
now.
Yeah.
You're going to sacrifice someone?
Oh, no. Y'all see, we don't sacrifice no one here because, we all love each other quite a lot, and, we can't sacrifice food because it's really hard for us to fish that there trout from the water because of all the ice, so we do the only thing we can, which is to sacrifice the warmth. So that means everybody's gotta sleep without fire for a single night, huddled together all cozy like. I likes that, but it appeases all real, and hopefully, blessed be, one of these days, she'll remove the curse of the eternal winter here on Icewind Dale, and we'll be able to fish again in red waters.
Hey, that's why we're here. We're trying to figure out how to make it warm.
So
Well,
just
hot
letting all
dad,
the
don't
heat
make
out
it
of your
warm
house.
tonight, otherwise you get beaten severely.
Well, I'd like to see them try it.
Well,
I have a really wild-eyed stare just staring at him.
he
Would
wild eye
be.
stares back at you. Well,
I look over to Fletcher.
I think I like these people.
Yes. I believe that they are your kin.
No, I'm bigger.
brother, we ain't your kin. My kin's over there sitting on the dock. Also, my kin's sitting in the kitchen back inside. She's also my sister. Also my wife.
It was a metaphor.
She also might be my grandmother, but I ain't sure.
This place is now very confusing to me.
I
I
believe
must
that
say you've got very confusing family trees here. Someone call them circles.
Yeah,
We ain't got much as a family tree as we got a family briar bush.
Yeah, you got a family line.
Flagpole.
What call them? I heard these things called tumbleweeds. That's kind of what I think we got here. That
One
or
blows
like
by.
some sort of plant that don't grow much and is all misshapen and just kind of stays on the ground all flat like. I don't know, but the longhouse is over there. He points over his shoulder at this big building that kind of sits near the end of the dock. If you're looking for more information, there might be somebody in there who can help out. Oh, I know. Go speak to the speaker of the town, Egdra.
How are they related to you?
Duh.
But why is that how?
Oh, I ain't sure about that one. All I know is that
Right,
I got her
tumbleweeds and all.
eyes.
Mhm.
I also got her teeth. He smiles and you see the jagged pointed teeth. It's good for eating raw fish. Hair into the skin, eat all the scales, helps with digestion.
I think we should probably get moving on.
Yeah, is there like another town we can get moving on to?
I believe this is where we are meeting our drow friend, yes?
Nope.
Right, whatever Mr. J is telling us to do.
Yeah, I'll double check the note, make sure that there's not like a hidden message looking for.
No, so
Surely we
the
took a
note
wrong turn at the
basically
frozen
doesn't.
lake.
The note says there's nobody. You just are being dropped off in Dugan's Hole. You guys have contacts, drow contacts in Bryn Shander and Tourmaline.
Oh, so we're just okay. We got to make our way from here. Got it.
Yeah, I mean this is just where the fur trapper, ye olde fur trapper, just gave you a nice little drop off here. So
Well, yeah, we walked away in the snow. We might as well take a rest here if nothing else.
all right, you guys make your way over to that longhouse.
I suppose.
Okie doke.
I just follow wherever the group goes.
Also, just I wanted to note it since we have the shared background. Chuckles, Crix is what I would go by, not
Oh, okay.
Fletcher. Fletcher is more of a title.
Fletcher is the name my daddy gave me.
The name my tribe gave me.
I'm Crix.
All right. Oh, so you were like a bow maker. That makes sense.
And then I burned everything down. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Bows are a
Whoopsie.
coward's weapon.
All right, so give me a quick second as you guys arrive in the area. So as you guys step into this longhouse, in the dim light within, your eyes adjust, and you can smell wonderful smell of cooking fish. And about half a dozen hooded faces look up at you, and as you would expect, they all look basically the same. Again, you do see two individuals that look a little bit different at the far end of the long hall, but as you step in, a bottle falls out of one of your backpacks. Whose backpack would probably have Kalus's bottle in it?
Probably mine if it's fire genie related. I'd probably fire.
Well, it doesn't really. Yeah, it could be
don't
anything
know.
related, but
Okay.
basically, out of one of your backpacks, a bottle falls out, dunk, 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 drops onto the floor awkwardly. Kalus, can you describe your vessel? What are you hiding in right now?
It is like, that casual genie's lamp. It's clearly just not from around any of this place. It sticks out like an absolute sore thumb. It looks like it was maybe gold at some point, but it's lost a lot of its shine.
It's a shiny thing. I'm a lizard. That's good enough for me.
I have a question.
Yeah, so across the way, yeah, you see Valhalla. You see this golden kind of bronze object clunk out of a bag and fall into the floor. About all the faces in the room turn to look at it. So we now see two other individuals in here. One of them, first off, Valhalla. You can describe yourself.
I'm basically covered in a bunch of random trinkets that are very obviously homemade. I tinker with a lot of shit. Generally, I feel like the art that I use is just kind of generic elfin art. I definitely kind of skew towards greenish right now. And so did the music just stop abruptly?
Mm-hmm. Because there's a different type of music.
I was like, so I'm skewed towards green, very very slight, very I don't know how to describe my age.
Elves look like
if
they
you're an
either
elf-
are a child or not a child. Those are the...
I'm an adult.
Yep.
But that's about my age. Adult. I'm adulting. But yeah, my eyes are a little more glowy than a typical elf. But other than that, I'm just sitting there covered in little trinkets. I'd like to say I don't stand out as much of the character art would make it seem like I do. Because I definitely am not trying.
You all would have,
stand
you
out.
all would have, similar warm,
Yeah, like
warm
wearing, like,
weather
cold
or cold
weather,
weather
like,
clothing on with
cold weather
furs and
clothing,
leathers and
like,
things like that.
The
kind of
uniforms of the
cloaks
North.
and yeah.
Mhm.
Personality-wise, character art's accurate, but
Baubles and flasks and a big hat.
visibly, yes. But yeah,
Okay. So that Valhalla, Valhalla, you probably look up as that object clunks to the floor out of one of the bags of one of these individuals, and all four of you don't even remember, like, you all look at each other and like, whose fucking bag did that come out of? Because you don't remember that, or like getting in your bag at any point in time during your travels. You don't remember picking it up. Kalis, would you emerge now that you, as we kind of cut to the inside of the vessel, which is probably a comfortable living space, or I don't know, Kalis, what does the inside of your vessel look like? Is
It
comfortable?
looks
Is it
like
shitty?
it's got a nice brazier in the center, and then it's got a nice like basically couch built into the floor, so everything is like ground level everywhere else, and it's just nice and purples and reds and gold filigree all around the perfectly circular interior.
Well, that perfectly circular interior and all the cushions and all that stuff start to get jostled around as suddenly it's just pung, 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 as you end up like squashed onto the, like, flung to the side of your vessel, the golden bronze wall.
And then, like, as I'm flying, basically from like one side of the room to the other, at the last second, I wave my hand to make sure that I don't splat into the thing and I get ejected out.
So all of a sudden, yeah. Now, what do you look like, Kalis?
So you guys all see this withered, ancient old man emerge from this lamp. This guy's clearly, in his 60s or 70s. He's got this weathered skin that he clearly got, the trucker's tan. He's been out in the sun far too long. He's got long, unkept hair, and his clothes look semi-decent for as unwell kept as he looks. And he's looking around all curmudgeonly. Oh, it's so cold.
There is a collective gasp from the room as everybody kind of jazz music stops. As these hillbilly buck-toothed, sharp-toothed, big-eared dudes, all dudes and ladies, dudes and dudettes, all kind of catch their breath and look at you. One of them takes up a kind of just like a eating utensil knife and a fork, points at you, Kalis, and it just says, "It's a ghost! Something that there came out of that bottle! Get him!" And, like, they all kind of like look at each other and they're like, "I ain't gonna get him! You get him! I'm trying to eat! No, you!" And once again, voices all sounding the same. You guys are kind of like having the weirdest sensation of trying to discern who's talking to who and who's actually speaking. And then from the back, you see somebody, stand up from a chair that's kind of sitting on top of this raised thing. And the face, once again, similar to the rest, looks out over the crowd and says, "Shut the fuck up! That ain't no ghost. It's just a bottle man."
He's old. That means we can trust him.
I am very old, yes.
So everybody kind of calms down again. And now we see the final 7th member of this initial party here. Kolra, why don't you describe yourself as you sit across the table from Valhalla?
Well, in contrast, she's wearing pretty much just her winter outfit, and her head is on the table, passed out. Her fingers clasped around a mug of ale. She has a cloak hanging off that further expansion, further closer look, because I can't words, is actually a wing, a single wing draping over her side. And she just kind of lifts her head. What's going on?
You go.
Shh, 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 shh. There's some weirdos over there. In my head, I'm thinking like these guys are weirdos because they do not look like every single other person around here, and I'm almost guaranteed that like they're gonna spot us. And I'm like, what do we do, Cora? What do we do?
And she looks over, looks at her drink, and then looks up. I think I need another.
Good idea.
drink.
Good idea. Good idea. Okay, here. I'll like bring something out of my belt and then just like wave the bartender over.
Oh, you assume that there's a bartender.
I assume we're getting
of
drinks
you.
from somewhere. If I can't wave a bartender over, then I like skimper over to wherever I can get my hands on a drink. But one thing that I
Yeah,
would
you
like
guys.
to ask.
The reason why Kolra is so trashed is you guys are drinking some of the most potent hooch moonshine that you've probably ever tried. There's just a barrel with some kind of illegible label on it in the corner of this longhouse that somebody has tapped and just pulls a cork out, and you have to very artfully catch the stream of this moonshine as it pours out your mug. The rest of these
Which
folks,
we are pros at.
well, the rest of the folks here, yeah, the rest of the folks here are also seeming to drink it. It's keeping them warm. It's like fire water for your belly.
Only a
And-
small
I
chance
have
to make you blind.
I have a question. So when the tink 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 of the fuck, what the lamp vessel, that's
Lamp
the word I'm
man.
looking for. Lamp vessel, lamp man, when that fell out, is that something? So I'm like either 369 or 420 years old. I haven't decided.
Nice.
But in that, especially like Fey background, whatever, is that something recognizable at all? Like in terms of where it's from, where it might have come from, knowing that it's definitely not something from this space. And that's to me like the only identifying factor is like, okay, we've got these 3 people or these 4 people
Oh yeah.
walking in from somewhere, and then this like vessel genie dude.
And the weirdest thing too is that as soon as Kalis emerges from the lamp disappears. Oomp. Like you don't know where it went.
I assume it went up his butt.
Wow, solid assumption.
Oh my.
But
Most logical place.
as the room settles down and the residents of Dugan's Hole kind of go back to muttering amongst themselves and eating their whatever it is, like it's all they're eating is either like smoked and dried fish or like very badly cooked and burnt fish. The place smells terrible. They all smell pretty terrible. And
Sweatfish and moonshine.
yeah, and you guys kind of just walk in. Nobody greets you. There's some open tables. And yes, the party of 5 now sees 2 individuals in Kolra and Valhalla that look a little bit different than the other folk here in this longhouse. What do y'all do?
Why,
You
hello
didn't
there,
tell me
fellow.
if I would recognize any of that.
What do you mean?
Like, very nice. We don't look like Muppets.
Just like identifiable, features. Like who the fuck are these people, and where could they have come from?
You 100%. You would 100% know and recognize that they are not from this town, and that's about it.
No shit.
Because we're not pointy teeth all looking the same.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, the ones who would stand out obviously are the I'm always trying to Broken, the Leonin, the tall lion or cat-faced individual, as well as Crix with the red lizard folk, because you've seen there's humans that live around these parts, and also there's quite a few half-orcs as well. There's full orcs in these areas, so that's not unusual. But yeah, Hyrokin and Crix would stand out as being odd. as odd as you are or Kolra is. Okay, so the group, what do you guys do? There's open tables, there's obviously stuff to eat, and there seems to be somebody in charge, more or less, at the far end of the longhouse. I think Porkins, you were speaking up.
Oh, I was gonna say, just kind of like shake the snow out of the fur, be like, well, hello, my fellow non-Muppetly friends. It's good to see some normal characters here instead of just these natives.
That one's got a wing.
Wait,
I do
Is he
believe that we are
You're
the
talking already, like kind of walking up to you
obscure
guys.
ones.
I was like, is he talking to us?
As you
I look
say
at
that,
Cora.
To
I'm
you.
like, no.
Yeah, I'm talking to you over there.
Cora has her head face down, snoring once again.
so
Damn it, Cora, you're not supposed to leave me alone in
Hyrokin.
situations like this.
and am I saying that right, Porkins? As far as your
Yeah,
Hyrokin?
that sounds fine.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
When you say
Harukin.
yeah, when you mention foreigners, one of the guys at the table next to you looks up and goes, "Foreigners? There ain't no foreigners here. The foreigners all are over up in Goodmead." Shelton's.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Goodmead. Sounds like quite the place. I hear they have good mead and not much else. Is that a fair assumption?
Narrows his eyes at you. If you call that mead good?
I don't. What do you have here? Everyone seems to be drinking house and beverage.
Yes, we got hooch. Go over to the hooch barrel, and the hoochmeister will give you hooch.
I've got an extra glass because Cora knocked the fuck out after I went and filled up our glasses. I'm actually not really drinking. I just went to get another one so I could fit in. So I'll hand. Do you want to try it? You might end up like her.
No, I'm
Are you trying to
fine.
say that this drink gives you a wing?
But just one.
Exactly.
Huh.
Sapphire broth.
Well, why do not all these Muppets also then have a wing?
One of them
They're all
pipes up. One of them pipes up and goes, "I got an extra arm. Well, it's more like a nub." They lift their shirt up and there's just like this little fucking like baby arm poking out of the belly, and it waves at you.
I look back to Crix.
Crix, I would not drink this hooch.
I would not have anyways.
Fair enough.
Perhaps the one of you who had evicted me could buy me some of this drink.
Well, you are
I'm
old
gonna-
and
I'm
trustworthy, so I
I'm
will
gonna
bring
hand-
you a drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand it. You don't buy it here. You just kind of have it.
Oh,
Interesting. They do not
It's a
believe in the
communal
nature
thing.
of commerce.
It's
No.
communal. It's
They're too poor for money.
From face down on the table, you just hear. From face down on the table, you just hear communism.
Man.
More like cult or compound. But
Okay, is anybody else getting H.P. Lovecraft Fishtown vibes from this place?
Certainly
Uh,
not
oh, yeah.
a positive vibe.
Mm-hmm.
all right,
like
as you
it,
guys are all
but,
kind of
yeah.
commiserating and talking amongst each other, you hear a loud throat clearing from the end of the room. And who
Hi, you went
might
through the hooch
y'all
master.
be?
Crix.
Great.
What is Chris?
I
is
just
Crix?
silent watching.
I look around. I just looked at whoever's closest to me, who was traveling with him. Like, what is a Crix?
I think that's the sound you're supposed to say when no one says anything. But I think you did it wrong.
No, it's this
No,
one
it's-
here is my
Okay.
buddy Crix, the lizard man.
Well, that's great. I'm Speaker Dermoot. This here is my village, Dugan's Hole. Y'all
Wait.
be outsiders.
I thought your name would have been Dugan.
Oh,
Yeah, which one of y'all is Dugan?
I'm
Dugan's
curious.
been dead for a long time. He be the great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpappy, father, son, sister of this here town.
But
Well, I have to give him credit.
shouldn't it
He's
be
a whole.
dirt? Dirtmut's hole then? Was it Dirtmut? Was that right?
The name's Dermot, and no,
Dermot.
we honor our founder, the great Dugan.
But he is dead.
Just out of curiosity, out of show of hands, who can prove a relation to Dugan? Everybody, hands up.
All the hands in the room raise up.
Hirokin writes this down.
It's something weird. There's different number of fingers on each hand.
There are, actually. Like, seriously. Some have 6 fingers, some have 4, maybe 1 or 2 have 3.
What does that mean?
Well, so the speaker looks at you all and she says, "Well, y'all can maybe find a barn or a pigsty here to spend the night if you are looking for some sort of residence. But we ain't got much in the way of inns or taverns. We're humble folk here at Dugan's Hole. We fend for ourselves. That's about it. Fishing and drinking. That's what we do."
Where have Cora and I been staying?
In a barn.
Okay, because we've been here for a little longer.
You've been here you guys have been here not for that long. You've been moving from
super long.
Yeah, you've been moving from town to town. You've actually probably come from Good Meat, which you do know is a much more hospitable place. The town here, there literally is no kind of like inn or official tavern. This seems to just kind of be the communal hall where a lot of people just kind of convene and mingle around when there's nothing else to do outside. And other than that, it's just fishing on the ice lake and probably sleeping with your siblings.
So this is like kind of like Viking-esque, but then also Alabama.
Yeah, Viking Bama.
Valabama. Yeah.
That's great.
Roll Tide!
Oh,
Oh god.
All right, so y'all, the speaker Dermot just looks to you all and just says, "As long as you don't make a fuss or nuisance around here, you can stay as long as you like. But we ain't got much to offer. We gotta fend for our own here in Dugan's. That's what we do best."
We heard that tonight there was a night of sacrifice and that there would be no fires. Is there a place that, theoretically speaking, if you did not want to do that, one could stay?
Well, if you're a pansy and can't handle the cold, then you make your way over to that no-good Good Mead. 4 miles northeast of here.
I understand there's some hostility towards the good medians. Is there maybe like a barn where that wouldn't be minded?
Good mediators.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
All right.
She makes her way back up the stairs and just kind of sits kind of disgruntled on her chair up there, grabs the large mug from beside her, slowly sips her hooch while watching you.
I'm gonna go over to Waboog's character who just asked about place to stay.
Mm.
And I'm kind of gonna sit next to him and be like, "Where y'all from?"
Before that, getting a sense, she's not as passed out as we assume. Like, seems as Valhalla starts to pass, her wing comes up to stop her, and her head tilts and goes, "Don't invite strangers and stay."
Can you repeat that, Neon?
Don't invite strangers.
I'm not gonna invite him to stay. I'm just gonna tell him Good Meat's not a bad place. I don't want him here as much as you do.
Don't do it.
I need to know who they are, where they're from. Like, what if they're bad people? Like, who said
They're
that?
bad people.
No, we're not. We're not bad people. We just
No,
got
we're not these people.
could send him some weird situations, okay? We're not bad people. Vahana seriously looks like sad at that. Like, we're not bad, okay? Like, trying to keep her voice down. I'm just like, I'm not a bad person. I'm just misunderstood. I'm
Wait.
not a bad person.
I would like to overhear conversation.
Sure. They're speaking loud enough that you
Meanwhile,
can,
Demovan
they're
is
speaking loud enough that you can
Like-
probably hear them.
Okay.
But I'm on my way to the human person. I'm not inviting him to stay at our place. That's personal. That's
So,
our
with
place.
With an eye roll, she reaches out and grabs Vahana's mug and takes it for herself, and then goes back to her quote-unquote sleep.
That's fine. You know, I don't really drink any of that anyway. It'd be way too much for me. I can't handle it. I end up under the table. You've seen how that happens. Okay. I go up to the Waboom's the human,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
And Kalis
So-
is also a human.
But I'm specifically going up to the person who was just talking to the person about finding a place hospitable to stay. So I'm gonna go sit down.
Mhm.
I don't really want to go too far, but I'm gonna be like at this table because I don't want to stray too far away from Cora.
We're just talking over this guy
I'm just-
between us.
I'm just scared. I'm assuming he's gonna leave. I'm just gonna be like, "Excuse me, sir,"
Yes.
and I'm
you.
gonna like flip him away. And then, oh, thanks. He doesn't really like strangers much. You're like, where are y'all from anyway? I'm still whispering. I have no idea why, but I'm whispering.
Well, we've come from Waterdeep or Luskin.
You come from Luskin.
Okay, so we can from Luskin.
Though you all may be from other places, yeah.
Yeah, like met up in Luskin though. Then.
Yeah, like you guys together came from Luskin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why'd you end up here?
That I assume it was probably a cruel prank.
We walked.
You had that shitty guy, didn't you? He just kind of dropped you off here.
The fur trapper, you know him?
Mhm.
It happens to a lot of people. You can tell us the job.
So
I stop and I look around. I'm like, I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
yeah, Demovan's eyes go out like, but he look at you and be like, so what are you doing here? You seem to have different traits than everyone else here. You're not
do
from
not
here either.
seem
You're
eaten
bright.
bread.
You're
Your
really,
eyes look in the same direction at one time.
you're a smart one, aren't you? Wow, you're really observant.
Depends on who you're comparing me to.
Yep.
But I'm just gonna add, if you're looking for a place to stay, Cora and I just came from Goodmead. It actually isn't that bad of a place. It has a few more hospitable places, and yeah, probably some better mead. Unless you're looking to get put on your ass, then this one's the one for you.
I love getting put on my ass. A place sounds nice, but 4 miles in this shit. Gesture towards the door. This is just like wind and snow and shit blasting by.
It's your choice.
It actually, so just so it's not too it's 4 hours to good meat.
Oh, 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually like pretty damn close.
That being
Yeah,
said,
even,
we
like,
got dropped
slow
off here
going
at like night, right?
No,
I thought it was morning, right?
Oh,
Yeah, we were-
okay,
so we
never
should
mind.
easily
Yeah,
be able to
it's
make
just
it
a
if we
day's
do that.
travel, or less than a day's travel, like half a day's travel.
It's a 6 mile long snow-covered path. So here's the thing, Cora and Val would know this, that there are well-traveled paths. To Chuckle's
Yeah,
delight.
we just came from there.
Well, to Chuckle's delight, Icewind Dale, 10 Towns in Icewind Dale is very reminiscent of the like Finnish or Scandinavian Lapland area, where everything is there's like well-worn paths through the tundra into the forest that are traveled fairly frequently. If you go off the path and try to make your way to another town, over land or through another route, it'll be much harder. However, the paths are well kept, and unless like a blizzard or something comes through, it's very easy to get from town to town.
Okay, so it's like as long as we stick to the roads, it's not too bad.
And I'd
Okay.
basically share that with the group. Like, we just came from. It's not too far. It's a pretty quick travel, and the paths. I mean, they're walkable. It's not like people travel away from.
What's your
Oh,
angle in all this?
I'm just letting you know a better place to stay. Because
Why don't you want us here? What are you hiding?
To be
Okay,
fair, I'm
fine.
not sure I want us here either.
Okay, fine. Bye.
I do
Okay.
appreciate the input.
But
To be fair, I don't really want to sleep in the cold, so
Well, it's
If
morning
you-
now, so
They're rude.
I'm gonna lean over
I think she
to
left.
Crunkadunculus or whatever the fuck his name is.
crocodile.
Yeah, no.
The ancient dinosaur Crunkadunculus.
Thad. I'm just gonna lean over and say, do you think they work for Emix?
I don't know about Remix, but I wouldn't put it past Mr. J to put someone to watch us.
I've proceeded to start re-drinking the cup that Cora took from me earlier because now there's less of it. Probably just a few sips of it left. And I'm just gonna be like, la 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 la. Like,
I watch you do it for a bit. Look back to Crix. What I do know is that not much makes sense up here yet, and we still got to find out what we're going to do, and where we're going to do it, and how. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, as we're getting settled, I'm gonna grab some beverages. Anyone want anything? Kind of point around at each of them.
Can I have all the booze, please?
You can have one mug exactly.
Oh.
And even then, that might be too much.
You can have mine. I'll hold one and then give it to him when we're through the first round. What do you say, old buddy?
Oh, thank you.
Why were you in our backpack?
Why were you carrying me around?
I go to the Hooch Master.
I do not know, and this is why I am confused.
I'm confused all the time, too.
You walk up to the Hooch
I-
Master and Demavend, and he looks to you, kind of gives you a nod. Looks to the side. You see there's a pile of mugs, misshapen, cracked. Picks up one of them, spits in it, wipes it with a sleeve, starts filling it with Hooch. How many you gonna have, newcomers?
This many, I hold up 4 fingers. And I count them out for him. 1, 2,
you
3,
really had
4.
you really had to think about that one.
Well, I was trying to think because I didn't hear anything from Fletcher, so I was like, I think just 4. But
Yeah, I said no.
okay.
But yeah, as Thad is interrogating Kylus, I'm just gonna walk up and just squint. Do you work for Emix?
Ooh.
Insight check.
First roll.
Yeah.
I believe him.
Square Enix?
You believe him.
Old men are usually trustworthy. Mm-hmm. Although I'm not used to ones popping out of backpacks.
He could be.
It was so nice and not cold in there, and it's so cold here.
Do you know how to make it not cold up here?
If you wanted to burn the building down, I guess.
My eye,
Uh-oh.
Crix's
Yeah,
eyes
no,
light
how
up
we ended up there.
and starts looking around the
Same.
building.
Looking around like, That's some
But
hard
I
beams.
could go back into my bottle, but it'll take an hour.
I feel like you have answers for us, but I will not press at this moment.
Looking around, how dry does the wood seem in this building?
Not very. This has
Okay.
been a
Damp,
snow
cold,
weathered,
wet.
damp, cold,
Yeah,
wet,
yeah.
soggy
Yeah, yeah.
building.
I
Marched on
figured,
by
I
wet
figured as much.
boots.
I don't think this is a very good source of kindling.
Who are you people? Where am I? Where are we?
I am Crix. We are north.
I am Thad.
Oh, there's too much information at once. Where are we?
North.
Dugan's Hole.
Yes.
It's cold.
Oh, it's so cold.
It's north. You know there are big mountains. We go up.
We climb mountains, and now we're down where it's more smooth and icy like. Mm-hmm.
There's
Where
water
were you
outside.
last when you weren't in your weird little bottle?
I don't know.
How long have you been in your bottle?
I don't know.
You're a confusing one.
Do you want to go back into your bottle, friend?
I
How
want to
did
know.
you?
I want to know where I am. Where am I?
Outside your
Dugan's
bottle.
Hole.
To be fair, I think all of us really want to existentially answer that question at some point in our lives.
Where are we going?
Thad.
At this point, Demovan
Josh,
comes
I'm-
back with the
I can
booze.
hear him. Cora. I feel like we have to get out of here because then we're going to be associated with these guys and it's really hard. Cora, please wake up. Please, actually wake up.
The only response is she slides the mug across the table.
Thank you. I just drink more.
All right, so Demovan, you make your way
Yep.
back with the booze and the hooch, and
Yep.
I would say probably the party is all gathered around this table.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I give Thad the one that I know the guy spit in because he looks like he could take it.
Oh, he spit in all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how he
Part of
cleans
it.
the
That's
glass.
how
Part of the flavor.
Can I give
Yeah.
the first one to Thad because it probably had like the loogie and whatever, the
Well,
warm up spit.
I appreciate whatever you have given me in this mug. I will drink it.
Just don't look too carefully.
I never knew.
My
I'll take a sip of it.
It tastes like fire going down your throat as this moonshine is powerful.
Oh, it
I won't.
burns.
Yeah, it burns. I'm not gonna make you guys roll Constitution modifiers for your first glass, but it's definitely some fire hooch. As you guys are sitting there,
Me.
yeah, why don't you roll a Constitution modifier? I'll tell you how drunk you fucking are.
Roll for drunk.
Have fun.
Oh,
You're good.
That's right, the +5.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
She is a sailor. All right. So as you guys are sitting there, you actually hear the residents around you are kind of going back to their conversating. And as you're sipping your hooch, you hear that they start to talk about winter wolves that have been stalking the outskirts of their town. You hear one guy look and he says, "I don't know how many of them, but them wolves are as big as horses." Another one pipes up, "They know words, and they got a mighty good vocabulary," says one with pointed teeth. "By throwing stones, they caught fair Syl and her lovely brother Finn the other day." This one bears more than a passing resemblance to the other, as you already probably note. And a fourth one, who looks like the sister of the other, chimes in, "Dang nabbit! Winter wolves saying that they aren't giving them back till the town coughs up a king's ransom in food and gold. This town's barely got enough to feed its own, and there ain't no gold. Ain't no one allowed to leave town. Them wolves vow to kill anybody who tries."
I think we need to kill the wolves.
Yeah, is wolf a title here, or is that like an actual wolf throwing stones and shit?
I think this goes
And
deeper
they
than we
literally
think.
mean wolves.
What was that, Neon?
They literally mean wolves.
But they're saying they can talk and make words.
They would
They
not-
happen from nowhere.
Yeah, Kolra and Valhana, you guys did not encounter any wolves on your way into town, but you've also heard these rumors from your time staying here for a day or two.
Is it possible these strange wolf-like creatures may be responsible for this unholy cold?
No,
There's
that
good
would
places
just
I
be
need to
the
start.
snow.
You
Yeah.
make a good point there, little one.
It's just cold.
But how do we make it not cold? That's why we're
Yeah.
here.
Have you tried punching the snow away?
Yes. There's a lot of snow out there.
You
That
drink
doesn't shock me.
Bigger fists.
I hold up with my steel gauntleted fists.
I don't see one else is bigger.
Dad, sometimes you have to work smarter, not harder. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
what they
along the
want
way-
you to think.
I'll just like a little like puff of flame out of my mouth. We can melt the snow.
That makes sense. That's still a lot of snow.
Yes, but
Wait, hold up. I just thought of something.
I look over to.
Is your head hurting? Does his head hurt when he does that?
No, my head is absolutely fine. As you see, I have this lovely circlet of mind shielding. They can't read my thoughts, so it never hurts again. Anyways, you are an inquisitive type. Why is the sun gone? That is probably why it's cold.
there is cloud cover.
No, this is different. I've seen clouds, and I've seen rain.
This is snow.
True.
I do hate to say it, but I think he might be onto something.
I'm always on to something. Just sometimes it's the wrong thing. Usually I'm right, though. I'll show you in the end. Mm-hmm.
Well,
But yeah, has
I-
the sun been out recently?
to our knowledge, no, right?
We just, know
still-
we just know it's been cold, right? And
There's
frozen.
still daylight though, right?
It is basically the equivalent of like midnight sun in in far north.
Oh.
So it should,
As
it should
much
High,
as
feel,
at high
winter.
noon, the sun is
Yeah.
maybe just barely above the horizon.
and that feels wrong.
So the
Just like
opposite
instinctually,
of
that should seem really wrong.
midnight.
It doesn't.
Sun.
Okay, so it doesn't instinctually feel wrong, but it feels wrong that it's been that. No, it doesn't instinctually feel wrong to you, but for
Okay.
Valhana and for Kolra, who have been here longer, like it shouldn't last for as long as it has. Basically, like there's no change. It's always the midnight sun here.
The
Oh,
opposite of the midnight sun.
Mhm,
Midday, almost no sun.
It's the noon moon.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I was like, it's not the midnight sun.
I'll show
It's
you
near,
in
yeah, it's
the
mostly dark
moon.
all the time. Also, as
But-
I zoomed in, I love these images of the villagers, the tokens of the.
Boy,
It
You
looks
don't-
like a
Fucking
penguin.
podling.
yeah.
you best hope you can run faster than me, boy.
Oh, that's just frozen Mad Max. That's great.
mhm.
I like to imagine that those are bug eyes, not goggles. That one's pretty normal looking.
Normal humanoid.
Those are
Oh
definitely
god, that
goggles.
GIF is definitely them. Yep.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, that is definitely the best. So as you guys sit around the table here, having your drink, you hear about the wolves. Seems that most people are just kind of like talking about them. But interestingly, the speaker doesn't seem to be interested in the conversation at all. She almost like purposely is just like not listening to it.
Well, we still seem to be at a bit of a crossroads here, and what are we going to do next, Crix?
Cora stands up and stretches, her wing like going out and like
Probably slapping Pat in the face a little bit.
Oh,
probably.
that
But
was,
she doesn't seem to care.
that was kind
She
of
looks over
uncalled
at
for.
Valhana.
Oh,
Uh,
Kolra, as you stand up, you hear a little whisper in your ear. These folks seem interesting. Why don't you stick with them a little while? They could help you out, and if anything, they could provide some fun.
in her head is, you could just leave and stick with them too. Oh wait.
No, you're comfortable. Quite nice here. I don't have any plans on leaving anytime soon.
She gives like a loud scoff for apparently no reason. Before looking at Valhana, did we need wolves for anything.
Did we what?
Do we need wolves for anything?
Oh, wolves?
Did we need wolves?
Probably not.
She's looking for an excuse. It's pretty blatant.
Cora,
Nudge, nudge.
I was like, Cora, why would we need wolves?
Cora just gives it like are you fucking serious type of look.
Yeah.
Wolves have a lot of
You know,
resources.
this your furry is nice to. Their ears make good potions.
What?
And I look at Cora like, is that what you were looking for? I don't know.
Wait, are you saying wolf ears can make potions?
You hear a scooch of a stool being dragged up as you see one of the individuals who is very bundled up. This one, the bug-eyed one, actually. Scooch their stool up to you, and they pull off their goggles and they pull down their face mask, and you notice that they are a half-elf woman. Does not look inbred. Does not look like any of the other ones here. She says, well met. The name's Danica Greysteel. I seem to have noticed that you are not like most of the other ones here. I'm a scholar, you see, and it seems that maybe I could enlist your help. I have a job.
You're not from Goodweed, are you?
Oh no, certainly not.
Congratulations, you have.
Are
a
you
job.
an agent of Emix?
No. I do not worship that
Inside
prime.
check.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Nope. And she continues. She says, "Oh, no. I have nothing to do with that primordial fire god. No.
Are you a doctor?
Of sorts. I am a bit of a scholar, but some may say that I follow the path of an acolyte at the moment. I dabble in some healing arts and such."
You're hired.
No. I'm not looking to be hired. I'm sorry. I don't know if I misspoke.
She already has a job.
I'm looking to hire you all.
You were trying to give us a job, is what I am gathering from your statement.
Oh yes. Well, you seem like you're looking for work, or you're looking for trouble. Whatever it is, you wouldn't be in the middle of Dugan's Hole for any reason. Okay, good. Work. You see, I've been studying some of the local flora and fauna, as it would be here up in Icewind Dale, and that's the first time, Caleb, that you've heard the name Icewind Dale. So your eyes probably light up, and you're like, "Oh, that's where I am."
Where is Icewind Dale?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, my old fellow. We're in the far north, beyond the spine of the world, next to the.
Which way is north again?
Oh my! You must have had far too many hooch drinks.
1 sec. I point north.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Wait, if we're in the north, how do you point to the north?
There's more north.
Oh,
I like this orc.
But I thought the world was flat.
Hey. Well, I knew I liked you.
Frog that grungs. Danica, she says, I've been studying some of the native flora and fauna up here in Icewind Dale, and something is very interesting. I've been seeing a little bit of pardon me. Do any of you know what a chewinga is?
Pretty sure that was a hit song back in Luskin.
You guys can all roll either a Arcana or a Nature check.
Oh yes, please.
Ooh, the same.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yo, look at us wizards.
Look at the disparity between the plus and the minus.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Rolling terribly? I don't know. So Demovan and Fletcher, you've both heard of Chewinga. They are kind of mischievous, good-hearted, or good-natured nature spirits that tend to play pranks, do a bit of fun here and there, but we've only actually have heard of them in far south, actually, like jungles.
I've
They're
always
the
wanted to know what one
Kodama.
tasted like.
A what now?
What would
No,
Chewinga be doing up here?
No. I'm not asking you to taste them. I'm asking for you to study them. These elemental spirits, they might be the key to improving the climate here in Icewind Dale.
Oh, you mean a way to make it less cold?
Oh, yes. I just need to be able to study
I'm
them.
in.
Oh,
What
good.
will you do?
Good. Very good, my half-orc friend. You see, I've been trying to search for them in the towns, in 10 towns, but I've had no such luck. Such as it is a scholar's life. Whatever I want to study, I'm never able to find. But, I'm pretty sure that I have thoroughly searched Dugan's Hole, and, there are none here. But maybe some of the other 10 towns might have some. I will be, upon completion, I will be paying you each, a sum of 10 gold, and, well, you can keep this, which way I will allow you to borrow for your, search and experimentation. She places a lantern on the table.
I knock on it to see if it has a genie.
Push about a lantern. Yeah.
Is it
there's
warm?
The last lamp we saw had a thing in it.
No.
No, that was a lamp. That is not a lamp turn.
What does this all
What?
mean?
It's just
You should
an
stop
object.
drinking so much. It's unbecoming.
This is a special lantern that I have commissioned.
I'm like looking down at the table now. Just like,
This is a special lantern that I have commissioned for my research, and I will allow you to borrow it on my behalf. It's a lantern of tracking, elementals specifically.
I raise an eyebrow at that, and then I pick it up.
Yes. Oh,
So
my lizard folk friend, you're willing to join in as well?
you're saying that I can find elementals with this, yes?
Oh, yes. You light the lantern, and it
I breathe flame into it.
it just is it glows with normal flame. Just good, yes. And once you light it, it will glow green in a village that you that in an area. The flame will turn green in an area when there are elementals within range.
A flame
Is
of
it- is it-
green is
is
yet
it
to be
green?
seen.
Right now?
Is it green right now?
No, absolutely.
We're safe. And then I will blow it out.
Yeah. So while the lantern is within 300 feet of the creature that it is attuned to, and this one being elementals, the flame will burn a bright green. It does not pinpoint the creature's location. It just lets you know that something is in the area.
All right. I'm in.
This seems
This
as
might
good a
be the-
start as any.
Might be the key to getting this whole place warmed up again.
And then I lean over to
everyone
Thad and
seems so well
whisper.
equipped, though. What's gonna happen to all their cold weather gear? They're not gonna be able to use it.
They can sell it?
Are
Tell
you
me
a,
how, it's not
are
gonna
you
be
a shill for Big Fur?
Are you not excited for the spring line in Dugan's Hole?
Oh gosh,
I
no.
can't wait for there to be spring here because, quite frankly,
No one
it,
should be excited for these people to wear less clothing.
Yeah.
To be
Get
fair,
some
I do
nice
not
cotton
intend
dresses
to be
going on.
around to see that.
I'm ready for this snow to melt and Dugan's Hole to become moist.
Warm
And with
moist
that, I
anyway.
think it's time we get started.
There's an audible gag from the narrator.
Very well.
So the scholar, she mentions, I will be I will be traveling from town to town as well, but just when you complete this, send me a message. Somehow, I'll find you. I usually tend to be in one of the taverns around here, and yes, upon completion, you will receive your gold fee, and even keep the lantern as a bonus.
I look straight at Crix. Mm-hmm. I
Mhm.
think this is what we're looking for.
I would agree.
Are the rest of you in on this too? What about you, drunk lady?
Which
I guess
one
that's
are you
both of
talking
you
to?
now. Never mind. Shit.
Like, who are you talking to?
That has one eye going east direction.
Maybe that is from here.
I guess both of you.
I lean over to whoever's
You
closest
two
to
are
me, and I'm
you
just
two
like,
are new,
"Who's
but
looking at?"
you seem more trustworthy than the others around here, and well, the old man I instinctually trust, so more the merrier.
I've grown tired of
Yeah, I'm just looking at Cobra.
Egan's hole.
But weren't you tired of Good Meat too?
Aren't you tired of me? Of course I was. I don't want you
It
to be
wasn't
here.
an insult, Cora. Stop taking everything that way. You know I don't mean it like that.
You two have a strange relationship. Mm-hmm.
She's my protector.
It's no stranger that. Please don't say it like that. It's no different than other people in this town. Regardless,
So does that mean
are
we're
we going to go?
Please.
Yeah.
Are we off on an adventure?
Yes,
If
old
you'd
man.
like to sit here and rest, that's perfectly acceptable.
Is it gonna be warm where we're going? I hate the cold.
Eventually.
Oh
I think that's
boy.
the idea, right? That's what it sounded like.
Oh
I
good.
think so.
Well, if you ever get too cold, Crix here can make you warm for a very short amount of time.
Oh goody.
I am
So you're
big
a
spoon.
5P.
And if it gives you some burn wounds, it sounds like you might be able to stay warm for a while.
You might say
I-
you'll be the warm for the rest of your life.
Oh,
I
that's
can keep-
excellent.
I can keep you warm for a while.
But if you are having any pain, what sounds really good right now is you can get some icy and then some hot. You get the best of both worlds.
No, I don't like
For an
the
old
icy.
guy, maybe.
I just like the hot.
I can either keep you really warm for a short time, or I can keep you kind of warm for a long time. But
Well,
I am the
I,
big spoon.
He can bring you in
I
warm, or he
believe
can bring
he's
you in cold.
propositioning you.
I'm far too old for your advances. I'm sorry.
It is simply to keep warm. This is how you survive the cold winters.
Is that what the kids call it these days? Okay.
So as you guys have your conversation around the table, finishing up your hooch, Danica steps away, leaving the lantern with you. And if you want to make it to the next settlement, you're going to have to leave fairly soon, as the night, or as you do not want to be traveling at night. So,
Yes.
all right.
I would say as we're standing up, anyone looking would probably notice Demovan didn't actually touch a single drop in that drink, like fake drinking it.
Dude, is this the anti-alcohol party?
Noticing
Yeah,
that
it's
Cole
probably
grabs it and drinks it on the way out.
I'm
This is probably
definitely.
the oh my god, this is disgusting. What is this party?
Oh,
I'm,
got it. Fair
I'm
enough.
also like no con. Like it's like so lightweight. I'm definitely not anti-alcohol, but it definitely heavily impacts me.
And I'm just very suspicious of any drink that I did not myself make.
As you guys,
I would
Cora has
take
taken
a sample of
anyone's
it.
drink that they haven't finished.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like
boy.
I usually
no.
just hand it off to Cole.
okay, so
I was gonna say, I'd make a
jungle
sample of
beef.
it and put it in like a vial. I'd just take some with me. Like this merits further study.
yes, you could probably make
I'm
some
gonna look at
very
him and be
interesting
like,
concoction.
what are you gonna do with that? Do you have an extra vial? Here, I can give you. Can you pour some in my tube?
Sure.
Thank you. I say thank you before you say sure, but I'm just like, okay.
All right, tweaker.
All right, so the party leaves. Polra, can you roll me a couple more on saves, please?
Absolutely.
One more. Yep. She's a tank. She's doing well. So she downs the dregs of the final few of these strange misshapen cups. Follows the party outside.
Soldiers.
You guys bundle yourselves up against the chilly winter or the chilly weather outside. It's not like blizzard. It's not like you're, blasted by snow, but it is definitely cool out here as you guys make your way through the misshapen houses and the snow-covered pathways of Dugan's Hole. And you find your way, following Kolra and Valhalla, to the pathway to Goodmead. And we'll take a quick break as you guys leave Dugan's Hole behind you. Head off to Goodmead.
I want to point out, now that they're all standing and walking, you can tell that Kolra doesn't have human-like feet. They're bird-like.
Does she still wear like some sort of boots over them? Or is it more so like the shape the way she stands is what gives it away?
No, she has like wrappings around it, and boots don't really fit.
That would make sense.
But more so just because it's super cold. Normally she wouldn't have them.
Yeah, you don't want to get frost bites on those toesies. All right, let's take a quick break as you guys.
I would just say Thad stares, mouth agape. Just doesn't say anything, just stares.
That's rude.
She worked for the bourgeoisie, but only the bottom half.
Birds are fake. Government plants, surveillance cameras.
How tall is Thad?
What?
How tall is Thad?
Oh, he's like 6'4", 280. He's big.
Okay, so you have this really slight little Eladrin, like elf, standing up and pointing in your face, and just like, that is rude. You pick up your chin. Stop it. Stop
what's
it.
rude? What?
Don't
No.
do that.
What?
Don't
No.
do that.
Stop. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the party
Wow.
argues
Wow.
amongst
You
each other
would-
as you guys head off down the road. Kalis, are you going to be walking, or are you going to go back inside your lamp?
My lamp's broken. I need a whole hour to wave my hands around.
Oh boy. Okay, so the party of
Just had
seven,
the pants
newly
on your
formed, heads down the snowy path, well trodden and kind of cleared recently, as you guys head off towards Goodmead. Short 6-mile journey, about 4 hours. And let's take a break, everybody. Freshen up, get some snacks, get another drink if you want them, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Aye.
Okie dokie. Thank you, though, for hanging out. Those who are here, we will be right back. 10 minutes on the clock. See you guys soon.
Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Happier tonight. Happier tonight. Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Happier tonight. Happier tonight. Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie. I just wanna be happy.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow. I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I lost my best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
All right, we're back with more Chwingy hunting, or Chwinga hunting. Let's see if the folks, the squad's here.
Not that one.
Oh my
the
god,
other
my
one.
ears, Jesus Christ.
You know, yeah, you know, not that. No, the other one. You know, no, not that one.
Okay, it's a skeleton, but it's not that skeleton. It's
Yeah,
the
I know.
other-
It's not time for that.
It's not
No,
Mr.
but-
Skeletal.
Okay. I mean, I
not
kind of
the
figured.
Firefly
I figured that was I was definitely the dude in that one. Or no, I was the skeleton. You were the dude.
Praise Mr. Skeletal.
What?
Oh, I was there. So fun
Dude,
thing.
there are so many skeleton gifs. I need something.
So, quick
Well,
side,
spoil one I
quick
posted
side
that
note
was like-
for
I
all
feel
of
like
you
at
guys.
this point you have to post the GIF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You crazy.
Or wait, is it a GIF
crazy
or is it just a
kids.
picture?
Oh, side note.
No. So this is a kind of an interesting thing that
Sorry, it's just a picture. I thought it was a GIF for some reason.
Okay.
That one.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. The lake name Red Waters actually comes from the fact that the waters turned red between the bloody conflict between Dugan's Hole residents and Goodmead residents.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
when they
it's not
fought,
just
when
a
they
friendly
fought on the
rivalry,
ice.
they-
Yeah.
they
It's
hate
it's
each
a
other.
yeah. It's a little bit more than a friendly rivalry.
Man, I can imagine with the amount of hemophilia in Dugan's Hole, there's probably a lot of blood.
bleeding. It's a paper cut. I'm over.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Golly.
Yep.
I'm trying out a
Um,
bourbon that's 47%. Ooh.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that
Good
makes me want to
stuff.
go get the bourbon that we got that's basically... So it's a bourbon that's aged in wine barrels. 3 different types
Oh,
of
yeah.
wine barrels.
Nice.
And
nice.
basically came out tasting exactly like a Manhattan. Just like out of the bottle.
that sounds amazing.
Right? Like, because think about it. Like, because a Manhattan is just like the bitters, which is a little bit more of the tannin. And then... and then...
Bourbon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and then
Well,
a
right,
red or a
right.
sweet vermouth, which is basically just like sweet wine, right? Or like a sweet alcohol.
So you get a little bit of all that. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Where the
Oh my
fuck-
gosh! Apparently, this continues going.
I just finished up by what was it? Temptation Rye? I forget which one it was now. I've had for a while. It was like the last one I had. And my last big Bevmo run, I picked up a full handle of Bullet bourbon. Just as a
Oh,
general
handle.
full handle. That'll last a while. But it's I like Bullet a lot, just like a mixer because it's like really simple. And it was on sale for 40% off at Bevmo, so why not?
Oh, well,
You're
how
losing
do
money
you
by not
do?
buying it.
Exactly. I'll be a fool.
I'm really
I
trying.
went
to
down a
find-
rabbit hole, and I apologize, guys.
Is that how most men think?
No, that's
No.
That's
No,
like how
that's-
marketing makes
If
you.
I
believe.
if it's on sale, I have to buy it because
I
that's
kinda
definitely how Nevin thinks.
I kinda
that's
joked
how my
about-
mother
that's how
thinks.
DM thinks.
That's
It's
why
like,
she
hey, I
stopped going to
saved
Kohl's.
money. It's like,
Okay,
no,
I will tell you
couldn't have
from
saved money.
from
like-
working retail, all people are like that. A majority of people are like that.
Only the ones you've seen who go into retail are like
Yeah,
that.
I was thinking that people who you see shopping.
All right, so actually, CW3, I'll ask you, Mr. No Fun Allowed. Is there? I'm trying to remember where the fuck the that description of Red Waters is, but I don't really remember. I know it's somewhere.
Yeah, it's definitely in the book.
Sick. Thanks, bro.
Like, I'm in
Is
such
there
a,
an
I'm
exi-
in such a non-metagame mindset that I don't even think about it, bro.
Big sick. All right, cool.
I know it exists. Affirmation. Thank you.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, I don't really remember. It's okay. Okay, cool. So, the party we make our way back into the game as the party travels along the snow-covered or the snowy pathway between Dugan's Hole and Goodmead. It's a 6-mile journey. Be traversed within basically 4 hours. And as your boots and your wrapped feet, etc., crunch along this pathway, suddenly from the middle of the trees, it's been about 3 hours of just kind of steady walking. From within the trees, you see a large
Woof.
canine figure
Woof woof.
limping
Go praise.
out
Oh,
of
no.
the trees.
No! Poor boy!
You see
Wait,
a
if it was
large,
normally we'd slaughter him, but now we have to help.
see
We
a
have to make sure
large
it is
white
legal.
furred wolf with striking ice blue eyes and what looks to be almost some sort of like cold frosty breath coming from its mouth as it limps towards you. Help! Help! Anybody, help! Please, I'm hurt.
Wait, this one really does have a good vocabulary.
I'll go
And
help
I would like to insight check it.
I trust him.
It starts like walking towards you. Sure. Anybody who's curious, go ahead and give me that insight check.
Alright, good roll for once for an
I
insight.
instinctively trust the wolf.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Okay. Anybody else insight checking it?
Oh yeah, you can't trust a dog.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah,
Maybe I can.
You're like right it back at it. I mean, you instinctively don't really trust it, but you can't really see anything out of the top of your head. So Crix, I'll continue on with what's going to happen. But so this wolf comes forward, and then its mouth moves, and it's that like weird Princess Mononoke kind of thing where the mouth just kind of like moves, but you hear a voice speaking from it as it says, please help. Corin is hurt. Master kicked Corin. Mean frost giant. Frost giant Garagai. Kicked Corin hard. Garagai kidnapped townsfolk from Guggen's hole.
Are you Corin?
I am Corin. Yes.
So you speak in third person. Got it. Okay.
I should start doing that.
I just needed to clarify.
But there's only one person. What do you mean?
Kidnapped two
Thad is gonna try to be
townsfolk.
precise.
Two of them. Kidnapped, taken back to house. Mean master will murder them.
Wait, weren't there some person and their sister that one weird person mentioned? Were one missing?
Crix, as this wolf is talking to you, you notice that he seems to forget which foot is in,
Mm-hmm.
and is basically hopping from one back foot to the other as he talks to you.
Mm-hmm. I'll speak up. You lied to us.
Valhalla sees it as well.
But he seems like such a trustworthy wolf who's trying to help those two people who went missing from town.
Which leg was injured, Thad?
Which leg did you get hurt, little doggy?
My back right leg. Master kicked Corin in the back right leg. Why do you... Please...
Why did you limp with back left leg, then?
You hear another low
Where are
growl
you
from
adopting
behind
his
you.
vocabulary?
Yeah.
Crix,
I will...
you turn around, and you see a second wolf stepping out from behind a snowbank on the other side of the trail.
I pull out shield, I pull out spear.
Yeah, Demovan also pulls out a shield, swings around a spear, and like rests it in a nook on the shield.
Thad punches his fists together, like a little audible clank.
Oh, I guess it's time for a ruckus.
Oh, I wish I had my lamp.
Old man, I will be your lamp. Fear not.
I'll be inside you real soon then.
So
We have a lamp.
Rawr.
So as you take out your weapons, this wolf speaks and growls. Why will you not help Brother Corin? Canon thinks that you are bad friends.
He lied to us.
Wait, Brother Corn. Thinking.
I'm gonna activate my cloak.
Okay.
So she's facing the wolf, so probably no one will notice, but her eyes change and sparkle. And then I'm gonna take a bonus action to try and charm the creature. The wolf.
Let's have some fun? Ooh, I like when you do this. Let my legs stretch. Yes. So, yeah, go ahead and
Wisdom
attempt to
saving
charm.
throw.
Wisdom saving throw? Failure. So which
Right,
one are you?
so-
Which one are you attempting to charm?
The back one looks more aggressive, right?
Yeah. So one of them was the one that was like the limpy one, and the other one is coming forward and is basically growling and yelling and saying that, that he cannot believe that you wouldn't, like, why wouldn't you want to help out Brother Cannon? Like, Garangai hurts Cannon and hurts Corin.
So that one, I figured the others already had their eyes on.
Okay. So you watch as the ice blue eyes of this aggressive wolf, the bad wolf, suddenly soften, and he kind of like shakes his head. So is this just basically it's just more or less the charm spell?
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Bottom half.
Okay, cool. It's a creature, so it's not. No, okay, perfect. I just want to know. I wanted to be sure, and I'm pretty sure, anyways. They are. It's just a general. Cool.
And it doesn't have a duration, but I would assume it has a duration.
It would have a duration the same as like charm monster or charm person, which would probably be an hour if it's not in a room. Also, by the way, Neon, reading through this ability, I'm gonna work with you to kind of. I think there should be some slight usage per day on this type.
Oh yeah.
If you're cool with that. So I'll work with you on this. But okay, yeah, great. So the aggressive wolf suddenly softens and kind of like shakes its head and speaks out again. No. You friends. Cannon let pass. Corin, no bother these folk. Prey on the Dugan holes. They stupid. They fall for tricks. These too smart, too nice. We let them go.
Yeah, we're pretty smart.
And you guys definitely don't fall for tricks.
No.
Good boys wouldn't do that.
So the other one, the one that was limping, you watch now, just stands on all four legs, like perfectly fine. Corin, what wrong with you? We were meant to bring more folk to the lodge.
Speaking of, where is said lodge? Or you can tell us your friends, right?
Is that lodge warm?
Corin, the charmed one, or sorry, Cannon, the charmed one.
No, Cannon's the charmed one.
Speaks up and says, "No, lodge is cold. Lodge is frigid. Ice giant lodge."
Yeah, don't want to go there.
I'm with the orc.
Cora looks to Alana and just kind of letting her make the decision for the two of them.
Cora. You know I am with decisions. Don't make me do this. What am I supposed to do?
She just moved her hand in like a circular hurry up movement.
I mean, at least we might as well know where the lodge is.
Crix puts his shield on and spear on his back and just starts walking around Corin.
The wolf kind of growls a little bit, gives you like a sniff, looks to his brother wolf, and snorts. Fine, Cannon. We do not want to take these folks to actually, 1 second, to Norsu, then we will not. It would have been funny, but I guess we'll bring more of the Dugan folk to Norsu.
What happens in Norsu?
If a wolf could smile, the wolf smiles, and grins a toothy grin. The charmed one speaks. Oh, Garagai is long dead. Meddlesome adventurers like you kill Garagai. Leave his mammoth pet alive. Mammoth pet angry. Hate humans. Hate adventurers. Corin and Cannon find it funny to bring people there and watch Norsu squish them.
Oh, okay. I don't wanna go to the lodge.
I don't want to be flat.
The second mammoth was said, Cora's eyes get really big, and she just has this big grin and like, can we go get a mammoth pet? Can we go get a mammoth pet?
Is this lodge warm?
I already said it was cold.
That's what she was
Very
asking. Ask.
cold. Made out of ice, it is.
Oh.
Also,
Some people.
Corin or Cannon looks to you, Corla, and says, Norsu is not nice. Norsu eternally angry for adventurers killing Garagai. Norsu squash all. Very funny to see tiny puny humans be squashed, especially Dugan whole humans. So stupid, so easy to trick.
She very loudly yawns.
If you are tired, good mead not too far away. Warm beds there.
I'm sold. Let's go to Goodmead.
Corin cocks his wolfy head kind of like to the side at his brother and shakes it and kind of pads back into the woods as Tannen looks to you, Corla, or Colra, and kind of like gives you like that like dog questioning look.
I still need to know where the lodge is. Just,
All right.
As a friend.
He does the Cannon does the like dog point, like hunting dog pointing thing, basically up towards the northwest of where you are right now.
Okay. Now leave. And also leave Dugan's hole alone.
I will try to convince my brother. It will be hard. The comedy is just too good to see humans squashed beneath mammoth hoof.
That does sound kind of fun.
Yeah, the more he says it, I kind of think it sounds funny too.
But I don't
But
think
that's
you differentiate
funny
between
so mean, though.
Dugan holes and us, and I do not desire to be a pancake.
So, as Cannon disappears, Orin also disappears as well, following his brother back into the snowy wilderness and the tundra beyond. See them disappear behind trees as they leave you alone, knowing that somewhere out there is an ice lodge with 2 young Dugan-Hole children captured. Maybe that will be for another time, as you continue onwards towards Goodmead.
Man, we are not a lawful party.
That's cool.
Well, speak for yourself. So that's all you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm lawful. I'm just not, that
Good.
law.
Stupid.
I guess Mammoth is pretty scary. That is true.
As soon as you heard, that's the other thing too, is the fact that Kolra was able to discern that information. You all aren't stupid. A mammoth is a massive creature that would squash your puny faces into the dirt if you angered it.
Yeah.
Very easily squash you into the dirt.
We are not strong enough to deal with large hairy beast.
No, you are not.
I
So-
was one briefly. It was fun.
So do you guys continue onwards?
Thad mentioned pancakes, and now I'm getting hungry, so we should keep moving.
Excellent.
Maybe good meat will make us some pancakes.
So another 3 hours pass as you guys make your way along this pathway. And as I said, it's well kept. It's easy going. You're not walking through heavy snow. Just have the occasional kind of crunch as you hit a different, like, softer patch of the snowy path. The woods are beautiful, as it is almost this kind of like white, pristine, fresh snow around you. You see the snow on the boughs of the trees. It is just kind of a beautiful winter wonderland. And you guys are pretty comfortable, all in your winter clothes. You still have your breath coming from your mouths, and your faces are shielded against it. But like at this moment, you're just kind of like, for your first few hours here, not too bad.
It's like, as long as you're moving cold, it's fine.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Know
that well.
Yeah. As you guys start to get close to Goodmead, you see it in the distance, and it is a much larger town than Dugan's Hole was, and it is almost immediately more welcoming. You can see that there are you can see that it is closer to a forest nearby, for one thing. And you can see the frozen lake out in the distance to the south of you at this point. You see interesting carvings on all of the buildings here, almost like totem poles on the large support beams of these more robust buildings here in this town, of large birds and dinosaurs carved into the buildings.
Have we even heard of dinosaurs before?
You can give me a history check, Mr. Lion Man.
Can I make a nature check? Is that allowed?
Yes, you can make a nature check if you're curious about these things. Hirokin,
yes.
Hirokin and Crix, both you guys. First Hirokin, yes, you recognize these. They're carved and painted to resemble like dinosaurs, serpents, and then there is a large, as you approach, a large hall-looking building in the center where you recognize the eaves are carved and painted to resemble wyverns. And something that is actually interesting that you all kind of slowly notice as you enter your way into the village and you start to see the villagers kind of walking around. There is a prevalent hum around the village, a buzz. Like, look around, you can't really tell where it's coming from. But all of you hear it on like the edge of your hearing, like a Titanus type of thing, just like a...
They've already installed their 5G towers.
Sorry, I'll stop.
No, keep going.
So, as you guys make your way into the town, it's now late afternoon. You notice that there is a large gathering of people around this kind of large hall area of the center. I'm going to bring you over to the map of Goodmead.
Yeah.
Good mead, home with a good mead.
So it can't be possibly worse than Dugan's Hole.
How many sessions do you think we're gonna have until this just turns into a conspiracy theory podcast?
Oh, this
What?
one?
Yeah,
It's
let's-
already.
I was like 2 hours into the first one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys find yourselves...
Oh, so it is like trees into the town. It's kind of built into the set. Okay, nice.
I'll put a
Oh,
couple of things
nice
here.
place.
You pass these buildings with the painted and the carved serpentine dinosaur structures. You now know that Dugan's Hole is that way. See that North is that way. Here's a quick scale marker down here. Red Waters is there, and you see this large hall center. Start to approach it, but outside of it, kind of this like square area here, you see a large gathering of people.
Perhaps they're here to welcome our arrival.
I doubt it, but at least they all don't look related to each other.
Do they all look related to each other?
No, they don't. Absolutely do not. You see a smattering of people. You see the majority of folks in this town have darker brown skin, mahogany skin, of that of Cholton ancestry. And others you see mixed in, other types of, those are the human race. And there are some dwarves mixed in here. You can see that there's a halfling or two. But they're all kind of gathered around and arguing, and you see two people kind of like at the center of attention here in the center of the square, and you hear the kind of the rabble 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 as you approach.
Why are they saying rabble?
Why do they only say rabble?
Yeah, maybe just every town has like some weird quirk.
Perhaps
vocabulary is not nearly as good as the world's.
the divinity that they worship is named Rabble.
You hear these people shouting. They say, "It should be Shander! Shander Froth should be the new speaker." And then somebody else yells out, "No, it should be Olivessa! Olivessa Unterpoor. She has the ancestry of Goodmead. Her ancestors founded this town. It should be her." And
Why are they arguing about who's allowed to speak when they're all speaking?
It sounds like they're having a runoff election.
But yeah, right. Both Val and Kolra, having spent some time here in Icewind Dale, know that each of the 10 towns has somebody who is the speaker of the towns, and they each kind of gather up at random intervals to kind of convene as central leaders of the 10 towns, and discuss goings-ons and dealings and things like that. You know that you spoke to one of the speakers, or the speaker, Dugan's Hole, when you were there. It sounds like there is no... What the fuck is that, Gastor? Get those chips out of here.
Sorry, I thought I muted, my bad.
Jesus fucking Christ, chips. It sounds like...
It's actually Werther's Originals, but...
Wowzers.
All right,
Grandpa.
That GIF you linked
How
is
old are
my
you?
dog when she hears that crinkling.
Hey, I appreciate the classics.
Okay, yeah, withers are good. I will give you that.
So,
60.
you guys hear... As opposed to, it sounds like there is some dispute about the speaker of this town as you approach the central square. And yes, as XYX Splat in the chat says, the ice crackles around you. Good Foley sound effects there, Gastor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very crispy in this particular town.
Yeah, that's actually the sound of ice as you step across the snow. Okay, so... yeah, you see in the distance this kind of large group of people, and more people from other buildings and the mead hall and stuff like that start moving towards you. You can also see a small group of people is gathered around the building over here to the northeast. They seem a little bit more somber.
Question.
Yes.
We were here not that long ago. Cora and I, we had moved through. Were there...
This
was
is
there...
news. This is news to you. This is interesting.
Okay, so we didn't know about the elections, as it were, whatever it is.
There were no elections. There was no elections the last time you were here. The last time that you were here, Kendrick Rylesparrow was the speaker. That was but 2 or 3 days ago.
So
and now there's... Okay, so having spent a little bit of time in Icewind Dale, knowing there are speakers of different places, is this expected that there would be something, or is did he die, basically?
It's expected that there would be an election or like this, or a hubbub, if the speaker's seat was vacated for some reason.
Okay, so something happened to Kendrick, basically.
You can discern that, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna lean over to Cora. I was like, Cora, do you remember seeing that other guy last time? The speaker? Did we have any run-ins with him?
You may have just had a vision. Yeah, you probably would have
by,
seen him if you had if you had visited the mead hall. He would have been prominent enough in the town.
I'll be honest. I didn't care enough to pay attention.
That's fair enough.
I just wouldn't know enough to pay attention. I know, but he was here. Like there was someone here. None of this was happening last time. We were just here like 2 days ago.
I'm going to break your mind. People die. It's a thing that happens.
I've seen it.
But it's not. I am obviously very not familiar and comfortable with death because the Eldrin.
Cora wraps an arm around her shoulder and then just starts heading towards the meat hall.
Okay.
Are you walking clearly, or are you stumbling? We're still being maybe drunk from 4 hours ago.
Oh, she would have sobered up. She would have sobered up
Yes.
from the brisk walk, or from the 6-hour walk.
Oh
and
god,
the cold.
yeah, that was
you would have been
6 hours.
sober.
Yeah.
Yep, it's like waking up after a hangover, and going skiing. It goes away really fast.
Does it?
What are the rest of you guys doing? As you see, there's 2 distinct groups here in this kind of central square area. There's a group that's kind of arguing back and forth about some sort of new speaker, and then you see at this kind of more, just even upon looking at it, is definitely a more religious-based building, almost looking like some sort of shrine, where there is a group of quiet people kind of circled around it, heads bowed in respect.
Is there an obvious clothing difference between the 2 groups?
No,
Something that I might
they
recognize?
all bear the
Or
same
it's in-
clothing, and they're all
winter
the same
clothing.
mix of types of people and stuff
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
I guess Demavand would approach the quieter group and kind of inquire as to what exactly is going on here. Is this some kind of prayer?
We are paying respect to Kendrick. And they point towards the center of the shrine where, laid out, partially covered, covered with a blanket, on a long table, you see a body. They turn to you in a quiet voice. They say, "Just yesterday, a Verbig stormed one of our supply wagons, stole the meat delivery. Kendrick went out to stop the Verbig, and it was terrible. Pierced him straight through the chest. He was instantly killed."
I kind of look back towards where Cora and Valhalla were kind of having that conversation. Just do the cross neck thing.
Cora makes sure Val doesn't see and just kind of gives a thumbs up.
I just without any emotional inflection at all. Just do you plan to cremate the body?
You came here too, but
Yes, eventually we will. But we're paying respects to him right now. This is the Shrine of the Flaming Sword. It hasn't been used recently, but it seemed the right place to lay Kendrick's body to rest.
What was it you said that killed him?
Yeah, I'm sure we're speaking the same language. You said a Verbig?
Yes, it was a Verbig. Goodmead,
A very big what?
Our number 1 export is the honey mead that we create here. All of the 10 towns relies on it. Just a day ago, a Verbig stole 3 flasks of the mead as they were being loaded onto a dog sled, and when Kendrick tried to stop the theft, the Verbig killed him, speared him right through the chest. He was dead. But we need revenge, and we want revenge, but more importantly, we need that delivery of good mead back. It's our survival.
A very big what killed him?
My half-orc friend, it is a Verbig. It's a type of ogre-like creature. He stands 7-8 feet tall, wields a spear, very dumb, dim-witted, but very partial to our mead, it seems.
And this meat is what helps keep people warm around here, am I right?
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
And this is unfortunate because tonight is the sacrifice of warmth. But we'll make do in the maid
God
hall.
damn it, you do it here too. Fuck.
We do it here, but
Wait, is the sacrifice of warmth, is that all over the 10 towns?
no, some sacrifice warmth, others sacrifice food when they can. They take, whether it be dried meat or fish, out to the edge of town where Orwell's animals and beasts can feast upon it. And those that can provide or have higher populations, well, they do human sacrifice.
That seems the most logical to me.
Sacrifice, you say?
This is a mighty web you are spinning.
So it's Shrine of the Flaming Sword. Does that ring any bells for me, being that I am obsessed with fire?
You can give me a history check.
Also, was it
Shrine
Ixon or
of the
Ixel?
Flaming
What was the name of the
Immic.
fire god?
Imix.
Immic.
I have
It
to
actually,
remember
so
that.
Crix, it actually does not ring bells to you.
Oh, interesting.
Because this is something that I don't think it's a god that you would not have been worshipping in either your druidic conclave or has no relationship to Imix whatsoever as well.
Mm-hmm. Which god would that be? Like, out of curiosity for me, so I know.
Tempest, actually.
Okay, interesting.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Yep.
more the sword than the flame side.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
So, interestingly, this is where that the shrine was built over a century ago when the town's rivalry with Dugan Hole raged so fiercely that the lake, frequent battlefield, became known as Red Waters. For time thereafter, nearly all of the residents of Goodmead paid homage to Tempest. Today, its relevance is dwindled, where it's mainly just used for town gatherings.
I've not heard of this flaming sword of which you speak. And I know much about flames.
It was a shrine to Tempest back when we would fight conflicts of blood with Dugan's Hole. Those racist son of a bitch. And it's no longer such a thing, as we have elevated ourselves beyond petty squabbles with those lesser folk down in that backwater town.
It is backwater. You're not wrong.
There's something in that water for sure.
Did you drink the water there? Specifically, what they call the hooch?
It burned.
Nope.
My throat still has not quite recovered.
Won't recover for some while.
Some say he never will.
Well,
We do have
Fair.
some mead in the mead hall that can soothe that throat. I would drink some of it post-haste. It will cure whatever disease you have acquired from Dugan's Hole.
I instinctually trust you and will follow up with this mead.
Is your
Where
mead
can I
good?
find it?
Oh, our mead is the most excellent. It is, one, the only mead made here in all of Tin Towns, and made with the freshest honey. You hear that buzzing? And now you guys all hear the buzzing, and you actually now look around and your eyes can catch. There's bee nests in like the eaves and in the trees all around.
It was five bees, not 5 G's.
And rock
I thought that
small.
was my tinnitus.
Mop.
Mop, mop, mop. Bazop, bazop.
Was the speaker a certain Bicolus Beige?
Not the bees! Yes, they point out, and then this kind of mourner who's here paying respects to the former speaker, and you can see that sheet laid over the chest of Kendrick has a large bloody spot right in the center of it. They speak up again and they say, the others in the main square, they squabble and argue now about who should be the next speaker, who should take Kendrick's spot. I think it's uncouth, and I feel we should have vengeance first. But I do realize we will need a new speaker soon. Miss Untapur and Mr. Froth, they're both valid candidates, but I don't know who should be the next speaker.
I feel like Froth is a perfect choice for a mead town, yes?
Yes, that dwarf is quite sturdy, but Olivessa
His
has...
name is Froth. It was a joke.
Oh, yes, sorry. We are quite sad right now and are not in the joking fashion.
Please read the room, Crix.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know either.
How are you to read the room when you're standing outside?
You make a very good point.
Are you a wizard?
However, I am partial to your plight with your fallen one and the loss of this mead that is supposed to keep your town warm, filled.
It does keep us warm, but even as much as it is a bit of a cop-out, our sacrifice of warmth means that we don't light fires for the evening, but we spend it in the mead hall and keep ourselves warm there. Not only does the mead warm the belly, but the copious amounts of bees and their movement keeps it quite warm naturally. It's kind of a natural warmth, not a fire warmth.
Is fire not natural?
Oral hates fire. It's what she despises and why we sacrifice it for a night.
I make very careful eye contact with Crix.
Are bees not more natural?
I like bees.
Fire is the very essence of life.
Oh no, I swear you're
Are
gonna
you
go down.
high, sir?
You're gonna go, water is the essence of moisture.
Well, I'll tell you what, Crix. I like bees more than I like fire.
I snort out
blame.
flames.
Kind of
You know
stuck
what?
that.
You
Bless
tugged
you.
at my heartstrings in just the right way. If there's a way to get this back from this large, pokey man who stole it from you, I am willing to help. I do not know if my companions will be so
Okay,
inclined.
man.
I'm sure that if you're able to retrieve these stolen casks, we will reward you with well, we don't have much money that we will be able to give you, but we will be giving you free lodging and free drink for a 10-day at least.
That sounds satisfactory to me. And information. If that is agreeable.
Oh yes, information, of course. But it is getting late. The sun, well, what is of the sun is long gone, but we will be retiring to the mead hall fairly soon. Please join us. You're more than welcome here. More than enough room.
And I should take part of this mead post haste, as you have suggested, to clear out my throat before it seizes up forever.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, the party makes their way into the mead hall, where they serve the famous honey wine that Good Mead is now known for. Good Mead's symbol is on the mead hall's door, on the eaves of it, which is basically a shield with a drinking stein on it.
Appropriate.
Yeah, very.
Out of character, my kind of place.
Yes, the mead hall is large, and at the moment is a large fire-heated space, and it is dedicated to the bee husbandry, the nurturing of beehives. The droning bees can be heard throughout the town and very loudly within the mead hall. You watch as the doors open and you guys all are just suddenly are accosted by the that's coming out from inside this hall.
I do not trust monarchies.
The residents seem to pay it no heed as the citizens of Goodmead just walk right in, almost ignoring it, almost now immune to the weird, omnipresent buzzing that prevails this place.
Well, I've seen weirder drinking halls, but not very many.
Where have you seen a weirder drinking hall than one that's utterly filled with bees? Tasty.
How about one
tasty
utterly
bees.
filled with fire?
No, it was really where I grew up. It was less of a drinking hall.
And shaking her head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume we're already like seated somewhere. I haven't.
No. Colric did not go inside after the mention of bees.
Oh.
I'm already going.
Well, we already
I'm in
knew that.
search of this meat for sure.
right.
I am just looking and just maybe the first person as I walk in. Where can I find the mead?
They point to a large bar at the back of the mead hall where there are large amounts of kegs there.
I will go find this. And I'll head over there.
I'll follow Thad.
I will also follow Thad.
I have partaken
I'm-
in the grog from this Dugan's Hole folk. I have heard that this can cure my throat.
The bartender behind the bar looks to you, and he has a big old mustache on, big belly. He laughs. Oh yeah. If you've been drinking from Dugan's Hole, that's a bad time.
It indeed was.
Yeah, burns the throat and gives you dysentery in a 10-day. And you know what the
Wait,
cure
what?
is? Glass of good mead. Here you
Please.
go.
I will drink this.
We're friendly to visitors here, so first one's on the house. Don't worry about it. And he gives you
Actually,
a big pint of it.
I'll take it. As I start to take a sip, I kind of narrow my eyes at him.
No strings attached.
Oh, the first one's free. Second
Alright,
one's
I'll-
gonna be 5 copper after the 5 copper per. We gotta, make a living here. You heard about the
I'll-
Verbig that stole our casks? Not cool.
I'm just chugging. Yeah, I'm like chugging it this whole time. I'll just down the whole thing, put it down. How does it taste? Is it
It's
much
excellent.
better?
Very, very good. I mean, it's a honey mead. It's
Yeah,
it's a honey wine. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's thick. It's gets
Damn, boy.
you nice and buzzed. Give me a constitution. Gave me
Oh,
a
yeah,
constitution saving throw there, Thad.
Good call. Yeah. Hey, it's one of my few non-negative ones.
Watching him imbibe on this, I'm gonna go, my throat hurts too. Can I have one?
Oh yeah, of course there, old man. Oh wow, you look ancient. Are you sure you're even alive? This will put a little bit of pop in your step. There you go.
Oh, good.
And as I set it down and wipe off
After
my,
that.
I'll wipe off my mouth and I'll look at him. I was like,
I've heard of this very big man. I'm going to take care of him with my friends tomorrow, I think.
As you guys
Maybe not
sit
tomorrow,
down and
maybe
get your
pressing matters.
mead, all of you guys get at least a pint of it. And
I give it to Thad.
And
I will drink this again.
the doors open again, and you see 2 folk followed very closely by a gaggle of villagers as they're all kind of like, like Shander should be the new speaker. No, Olivessa is the new speaker. She has ancestry here in Goodmead. Oh, but Shander's last name is Froth, like beer. He should be good.
I'm gonna look. I feel
I see
maybe
they
they do
have
only have a couple
understood my.
words.
I see they have understood my wise words.
So the thing that you all observe as they enter the mead hall is the darker skinned Olivessa Untapur. She's like looking like she's has her hand over her face, like shielding her eyes. She is not liking this attention. She seems to not want to be the center of attention. Meanwhile, you see Shander Froth, the red-bearded shield dwarf, chest out, strutting, like reveling in the attention that he is getting from the townsfolk here of Goodmead, seeming to obviously want to be the next town speaker. And he sits at a table, puts his leg up, Captain Morgan style, and he just Aye, when I am the town speaker here at Goodmead, there'll be no verbigs or any threats hurting us. I'll protect Goodmead, and the mead will flow all the way to the other 9 towns and 10 towns. Well, make it 8 towns, cause fuck Dugan's Hole, those bastards, am I right? And you hear a raucous cry of like, aye, fuck Dugan's Hole, fuck him in the ash, and from them. And meanwhile, Olivessa
Fuck him right in the Dugan soul.
Olivessa sits at a table kind of quietly on the opposite side of the mead hall, and you see, villagers around her as well, but they're less raucous and more just kind of pleading and just saying like, Olivessa, you should be the next speaker of Goodmead. You have ancestry here. Your Chultan ancestors made the casks, crafted the casks that hold the mead of this town, the lifeblood of this town. It's your ancestry. It's in your blood. And she just kind of shakes her head like, no. I'm not worthy of it. I don't want to be the town speaker, and you need to stop pushing me to do it. Kind of tries to ignore them. You guys are the new folks in town, and you're sitting in the middle of the mead hall. What are you guys doing?
Drinking.
Drinking.
Lighting my
Pretty sure we like that
lantern.
lantern, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's definitely do that.
You light the lantern.
Thad's like, oh yeah,
Um,
beer. Eat.
Well, actually, it's less the beer than
Crix,
it
roll me a
mixes that
D100,
shit.
please.
A D100.
Oh baby.
Damn.
Shows that 69.
Come on, I believe.
Aww.
outside.
That's a terrible number. It's even a prime.
The lantern.
That means it's perfect.
You light the lantern, you blow some flame from your mouth, light the lantern. Glows orange. Flame does not change.
Pretty sure that's not what we're looking for.
I blow it out.
Okay.
No.
I was like, are you gonna light it again? Blow it out.
Actually, wait.
Light it again.
No, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. So, I don't actually think that would change things.
If anyone's looking at us, which I assume people will be staring at our table,
yeah,
Thad's just gonna wave at people and go,
Hello. Hi. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hi.
just like staring at them very wide-eyed and very off-puttingly.
There is it's very interesting that as compared to the first town you visited of Dugan's Hole, those folks who looked at you with wild, crazy eyes and suspicion, everybody here, as soon as you like say hi to them, they wave back with a broad smile. A few of them with a little bit of a sadder smile, some of the folks who had been mourning Kendrick's death. But for the most part, this place is warm and happy as compared to sad, wet, and inbred.
I lean in to Thad and I'm like, everybody here seems to be kind and welcoming. It's suspicious.
They're hiding something. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel like we should help these folks out. I can't have it when people lose things being stolen by someone with a pointy stick. That's not right.
But what
is
I
something else-
suppose helping would be the quickest way to get to the bottom, whatever they are hiding.
And if we make friends, they may tell us some of the secrets they are keeping from us at this point. We don't have much else to go on.
I'm sitting with them because Cora didn't want to go in and they wanted to go in. And so
I
I'm
lack
just
I lack any subtlety whatsoever, so easy to listen
I'm
in on
sitting
any
with them
conversation.
and I'm just staring, like back and forth whenever they're talking. I'm looking back and forth between the two of them, just like a dog watching a tennis ball and being tossed. You know, just like I was like, what the. And then I'm gonna look over to whichever one of the other two of you were closer and be like, I know this old man doesn't know much what's going on, but like, do you guys know their deal?
Who are you asking that to?
They
Probably
said
to-
that there's very big mead and we're gonna go find it, right?
Well, I know that's that.
Actually, that's a good
sit down.
question. So that is actually a good question for Crix and Thad. How much of your like crazy conspiracy talk would you have been spouting during your journey north from Luskin?
Here's the thing. I would say we have to stop Imix. And I would like just constantly be like accusing people of working for Imix, but I would never explain anything.
Okay.
And honestly, Thad doesn't say too much. He's kind of quiet, and then occasionally, just out of nowhere, he'll say something like,
Paladins don't exist. They're all warlocks who serve different patrons. They pretend to be good.
He's
It's all
just
So
part
you'll
of
do like
King of the Hill.
random strong opinions.
Yeah. So
Yes,
basically,
exactly. And it's all I'm building like this complex web in my head. That's all like it's all connected somehow. Thanks, drunk
Hirokin
uncle.
and Demavand both basically heard this. Like, I probably would believe that during your almost month-long travel up over the spine of the world to here, it kind of probably got to a point where you just started ignoring every time that Crix would interrogate and ask every person that they met, and continuously ask the fur trapper guy if he was serving Imix like all the time.
So I guess that's the thing. Like for me, I'd be looking back and forth, just like, what is happening? Like, are there things that we don't know about? And so I just ask the other two because I know old man Genie was like has no idea where he is and doesn't know what's going on. So
Well,
I'm just
okay,
like,
so here's the thing. I've actually been writing down what he's been saying, and I'll pull out kind of like from my pouch. It's just like 12 or so pages of just like sketch. So this is what I think he's trying to say.
my
And
eyes get wide. Wait, how long have you been together?
just for the trip, actually, he just never really
He doesn't
shuts
stop.
up about it. I think when he does it because he's drunk. He does it because he's sober. He does it because he's awake. He even does it in his sleep.
Does it
That-
mean anything?
Well, based on every known measure of science and every observation, no, it means nothing. In fact, I think he may actually be bleeding actively in his brain.
So if I just kind of tune, like step away slowly, it's okay. Like it's not.
Be very slow. If you're quick, he'll grab you by the wrist, keep you there, and then he'll tell you about how wrists are a way for the jeweler guild to sell you bracelets.
I'm just like
I
looking
will
at my
say-
wrist now. I'm like,
Where
No.
Thad is constantly going off about all these multiple different things, it's always just one note for me. And when I'm not like on the Imix bandwagon, I'm pretty
silent.
silent. Not necessarily silent, just like I just have my one thing, my one
So you're
conspiracy.
pretty normal until anything Imix comes up, and then you're just
Fire
like,
Imix.
Normal for a lizard folk.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And also, that is less like aggressively like, are you part of the conspiracy? And more like, that's just the way things are, and it's fucked up. And just like, we'll be like, kind of nod
Just like
sagely and tell about it.
Old man kind of rambling on about like back in my day.
Except he's
but
also pretty
conspiracy
young.
version.
Yeah.
No, but I mean that, but like conspiracy.
Kind of. He just says it in a very like
of it.
a very nonchalant way of saying, yeah, that's just the way things are.
I was about
And-
to say, I would say Kalis is probably more of the rambling old man of the party.
being literally
Yeah, that's literally old man. I mean, like in the way that an old man would bring up, like back in my day, we used to walk to school 5 miles with no shoes on, like just randomly, and then
It's not. But the thing, it's not random.
uphill
from-
both ways.
uphill
randomly.
both ways.
It's more like it's a
It's
shame
pro-
that the
it's always
government
pro-
is spying
Yeah.
on us with all them birds.
Yeah, it's always something that's prompted from Thad. Like he doesn't go out of his way to start the conversations, but it'd be like,
It's like you'll see
Thad just
someone
fits in.
walk by, and then
Yeah, and it'd be like, you see that drow are all part of the new thing. Give the
Okay.
Yankee conspiracy to control Baldur's Gate. Yep.
so
they're
you
in on
kind
it.
of always have something to say, but it's not necessarily like you're always talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. And the web is always being built up bigger.
Yeah.
So
Whereas Crix,
it's more aggressive about it, but specifically,
but less
Specifically.
often.
yes.
And I would say, whereas Thad probably has some contradictory stuff in what
Oh
he
yes,
says,
absolutely.
Crix does not. There is nothing contradictory about what he says.
It's one
He only
path.
says one thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's one path that points to the same
Cognitive dissonance is a very continual theme in
thing.
Thad's head.
Yeah.
But he may
Uh,
be
Okay.
not yet.
So I'm just going to learn from the other two
Smart
that
choice.
I'm going to start ignoring you guys.
All right. So
Very wise.
you guys have your mead for the late afternoon and evening as you kind of observe the two different parties here of opposing new speakers of the town of Goodmead having their conversations. There is the boisterous table of Shander Froth, where he is basically like toasting all the night or all the evening long, and the more quiet and reserved table of Olivessa Untapur, as many people are at her side. And it's, you can actually kind of tell that it's almost disproportionate, where there's a larger amount of people that want Olivessa to be the town speaker, but Mr. Shander Froth is louder and more boisterous and seems to be drawing a crowd of his own, though smaller, but quite louder. And as the night goes on, you guys start to notice that things calm down a little bit as the warmer fires start to be put out here as they start their night of as they have their night of sacrificial warmth. People still play their music, and there's still kind of like a general festivity but it does start to die down. A local comes to your group, another Goodmead citizen, and speaks to you and says, I heard that you adventurers are here to help us out with that Verbig problem. Is that true? You're gonna avenge our lately deceased town speaker and get those casks back? Maybe even rid us of the Verbig problem?
You heard correctly. We're on contract to help out with that very big problem. However, we don't yet have a solution in place.
Oh, well, you're real brave individuals. After Kendrick, he was a beast of a man. After he got speared straight through the chest by the Verbig, and that beast made off with our kegs, well, 5 militiamen went after him as well, and they haven't returned. Good luck.
Where did they go searching for him?
Oh, it's just off into the forest at the edge of the town.
We'll see what we can do when we have time to do it.
Does this Verbig seem to always stab through the chest?
I guess that's where he hit Kendrick, but I think he just stabs where he can hit.
Do you have any oven coverings that I can tie around my chest as some sort of armor to prevent me from being skewered? I saw it in a movie once.
Do you want to... I could procure you like a pot lid.
That'll do.
Okay, I'll be right back. Minute or two passes, and this little townsfolk comes back with the lid of a soup pot, hands it to you.
With this pot lid, I will deflect his spear.
And I'll start trying to tie it through my heavy winter clothing in the front of my chest.
Cool.
So it's just sort of sitting there, like embedded.
You will legitimately just get +1 armor to yourself.
All right. I will take that.
Specifically to chest shots.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to change my armor, but I'll put a note that's +1 in case of
getting
in case of stabbed.
hit in the chest. Absolutely.
Okay. I love it.
All right. In the interest of time here, the evening passes as the fires die down. You can feel the temperature get a little bit colder in the mead hall, but the drone and the buzz of bees remains strong, and their body heat gives a decent temperature here as you guys fall asleep on the benches and on the floor of this cozy mead hall.
Before you fall asleep, I wanted to go talk to Miss Speaker Lady.
Oh, you wanted to go over to Olivessa? Sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be good to get some information. Yeah. I'm falling asleep. I'm not there. I'm just saying that's a good idea.
Bad snoring and spouting conspiracy theories in his sleep.
Bees aren't
Well,
real.
I've just been hearing like the supporters of, Mr. Loudmouth, and then the supporters of Miss Humility over there, and I just go up to her, and I don't really know what my goal is, but I'm just gonna go up to her and be like, Miss Speaker.
I'm not the speaker yet. You can call me Olivessa.
All right, Miss Olivessa. Well, I see you've got a pretty hearty group of supporters here. Is there I don't know much about 10 towns and the speakers. I know they're pretty important, and you must have to care about your town in order to be a speaker. I don't really know what the role is, but is there a harm in becoming a speaker?
It's not what I want to do. I make the casks for the mead, and it's been in my family for ages, but I don't really want to. But all of these folks that are trying to support me, they don't want Shander Froth to become our town speaker. They say he's untrustworthy. And I don't know him that well, but I'm getting urged to run against him. I don't want the speakership, but maybe one of you guys seem to be a good leader. I heard that you've volunteered.
Probably not.
You volunteered to go and slay the Veerbeak and retrieve our meat. That's quite a heroic task. Maybe if you
But then
complete.
we'd have to stay here in the cold places. I don't know. It's just, that's not my point. You care about this place?
I do. It's my home.
And why you say this other guy's not trustworthy? What? I know you said it's just a feeling, but like what about it isn't?
I mean, he.
As a speaker, what kind of power would he have to, like what does that mean?
Well, just from the casual observer, he doesn't stay in Goodmead all the time. He leaves or travels quite often. Once a month at least, he travels somewhere. We're not quite sure. Then he comes back.
So you're expecting to be someone in power using his
He's the
power to
werebag.
kind of like be someone like hoity-toity and then go off to his golf course every now and then without actually caring about the city?
No, I'm not sure about that.
Fucking got him.
I could be a speaker, but I don't know. I just don't think I'm up for it.
Well, you care about this place and you have a lot of people in the corner, and I'll be honest, I don't know much, but I've been around for a little while. I've seen a lot of things, and I don't really have stock one way or the other, but I also know that someone who cares about something, has his best interest in heart. So maybe you could consider it. I want to. Is she wearing any kind of like tokens, or is there anything nearby that's just like a small little, it's like a tiny little trinket or object or something?
She has her mug.
Okay, I'm gonna place my hands around her mug. And I'm just kind of gonna like, I don't know exactly. I'm gonna hold it, and I'm just gonna kind of like really quickly on the side, and I just have a little bee emblem like put on the side that kind of like gives off a little bit of a glow, just to kind of symbolize, her connection to this town. But yeah.
Very cool. All right. Is there anything else anybody would like to do before you guys turn in for the night, as the town sacrifices their warmth for the good of Oral?
I have a thing I would like to do. I'm gonna try and put this in whispered DM, but I'm going to look at Froth and like take a good long look at him and see like see if I can figure out like who he is. Let me see if I can get this to work. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Whisper. Kind of like.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. Let me make a save for him.
No save.
Oh, you don't want to do any further? You just want to do the initial stuff?
Yeah, just taking a look at him.
It's a nervous anxiousness and kind of a surface thoughts are lust for power.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of shrug, like, of course, and start to roll off to sleep.
Okay. Anybody else?
Throughout the night, I'm going to continuously produce flame in my mouth.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand.
You're just
At
slightly
advantage.
barfing. I just started.
Demavan scoots away.
Okay. At some point in the night, Crix, there's a tap on your shoulder, and you see a heavily armed guard looking over your shoulder with some like significant armor on, and he sees the kind of light of flame in your mouth, looks at you, and he says, "Oral will be angry if she catches you, and I don't want to have to throw you into the red waters. Please reduce the flame."
What? I'm trying to sleep.
Please sleep a little less warm. For the good of good mead.
I roll my eyes and I go turn back over.
Morning comes, and those who slept are feeling a little bit colder, but the bees of the mead hall have kept you guys substantially warm that you don't suffer any exhaustion or anything like that. In the morning, the townsfolk look to you. They all kind of, a few of them gather around and say, so you're gonna go and get the casks from the Verbeek? That's mighty heroic of you. We can point you in direction that we know it went, that it took off after it slayed our former speaker.
We're not heroes, we're merely people trying to do the right thing.
Okay, heroes, people doing the right thing, one or the other. It's fine.
I'm just here.
Agreed.
But please do point us in the right direction, because I do not know where to go.
Okay, they lead you guys out of the mead hall and to the edge of the forest. We're here.
I will light up my lantern.
Okay. Go and roll me that D100.
Hell yeah.
Again, I would say if anyone was looking at drinks, you would see Demovan like hardly touched like any of the mead or anything that was poured.
You don't see the lantern light up at all. It doesn't light. It doesn't change color.
Yep.
The villagers stay at the edge of town and point you towards the denser forest with, snow on the eaves or snow on the boughs of the trees. The Verbeek went that way. You can the tracks are still fresh, I think, and you can see that there is large footprints heading off into the forest.
Mm-hmm. They do seem to be footprints.
Can we attest from examining these footprints if they're footprints that we made by some of the description of the Verbeek that we've had described to us?
He is very big.
Give me a survival check, Mr. Lionfolk.
Oh, your art for your character is insane. I love it. Oh shit!
They're big footprints.
Damn dog.
That's about it.
By the
That's a
way,
foot.
I'm when I woke up, I'm a bit more blue this morning.
Oh, your color actually changed?
Like physically blue or
Physically.
Thad will note this.
This is a thing you never saw when I played in Elodrin because I was always edgy.
Yeah, I was like, you were always blue.
Exactly.
Are you cold too?
She clearly is not used to this temperature.
A little.
color is off.
I look at my skin. Is it still green?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you had to ask the DM.
Sure.
I had a fourth wall on my own question.
I get down on one knee and kind of like poke at the footprint closest to me. And then like get down on all fours and just like give it a sniff. And then I'd like to roll a survival check as well to see.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you smell, boy? Do you know where we're supposed to go?
It smells like snow, but this footprint gives you the sense that this thing is a massive humanoid ogrid type of creature with a very large gate that heads off into the...
That little part of my primeval brain that's afraid of dying, does it sense that this might be something beyond what we might be able to deal with?
No.
Or do I know enough about it to...
You don't know enough about it, for sure.
Okay.
It seems to be some sort of giant kin.
I've punched some big boys in my day. Won't be the first, won't be the last.
You look like you've been hit by quite a few giant things as well.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
So,
I can tell.
as you guys make your way...
Usually from punching things, you kind of end up being hit back. Just kind of part
It's the way of the road.
the way things work.
This is the way.
As you guys make your way towards the forest, leaving Goodmaid behind you, following these kind of big tracks, through the crunchy.
Sorry, it's the Mandalorian.
Yeah. through the snow drifts and the stuff there. You get to the edge of the forest, and suddenly, bursting out from the forest, a figure in cold weather clothing lurches out of the woods into plain view, running as fast as he can through the deep snow, plodding his way through. Slung over his back are a pair of animal traps, one of which appears to contain a panicking fox.
Aww.
He runs towards you. Says, I found their bodies. Oh my god, they're all dead. They're all squashed.
Did a mammoth do this?
Mammoth? No, I have no idea. He throws up into the snow next to you. It was disgusting.
Why waste the
So
food?
was that.
This is when Cora comes up and she's just, what did you guys do to him? Not
He
hearing
looked
what he
at
said.
us.
How are you not hungover?
Cora does this a lot.
All of the militia.
She's just good at it.
The five militia that went after the speaker. I found their bodies when I was checking my traps. Oh gosh, their skulls and chests crushed. It was gross. I came straight home.
Is their equipment intact?
Cora
No.
walks up and gives him a tap on the shoulder. It's like, it's just body parts. Get over yourself. And then heads toward where he came from.
Yep.
No.
They did not drink enough milk. Mm-hmm.
As you guys go past,
No, they drank all the mead.
the fox
That's right.
looks pleadingly from the cage at you guys.
I'm gonna go. I'm
my
gonna
heart
go to him. I'm like, excuse me. With all of that death over there, what's the plan with the fox?
I was taking it back to the town to
To
make
be
it
your
into
pet?
fur.
But it's already furry. You don't have to make it into fur.
It's gonna be made into a winter coat for
You
someone.
have a winter coat on, and everyone over there is already covered in coats. They've got, like, it's been cold forever.
Fine. I just want to get back to town. I'll sell it to you for a gold.
Can you just take it out of the thing I want to see?
You'll get back to
Pet
town
it.
faster without it.
Yes,
Yeah, it'll be
but
fine.
I was gonna sell it and make a profit off it anyways. 1 gold, please. It's all I ask.
Hirokin bought it? Yeah? Is that what you said? Because Porkins is quiet. No, you would not like to eat the fox. No. Okay, so I'm gonna let you buy it. I'm gonna let
Okay.
Hirokin, is that how you say
Yeah,
it?
Hirokin will buy
Hirokin?
the fox.
Okay, I'm gonna let him buy it.
No, touch my
And I'm gonna be like, okay, great. So you'll cough up the gold. All right, here you go. And then I'm going to take the fox and be like, be free.
The fox jumps up onto Hirokin's back and nestles itself in his mane.
That is adorable.
That he's gonna eat you.
That is very cute.
Snuggles up.
Aw.
Please do not eat
to
the
his
fox in
ear.
front of me.
Why
It
does
will make me
everything
sad.
have to die?
So you guys continue onwards. The
He
fox
has-
is scrabbling around his head, trying to avoid Hirokin. And you guys venture deep into the woods, and following the footprints of the trapper, you very soon come upon the grisly scene amid the snow-covered pines. The remains of the 5 militia members. They looked like they were clubbed to death. New fallen snow has already begun to settle on their corpses.
I immediately started looking through their bodies for equipment and stuff.
Please have some respect for the dead, Crix. You
Walking
can loot
ahead
them
and
after 2
seeing this-
minutes of silence.
Walking
mean,
ahead and seeing this, Cora comes back and covers Fall's eyes.
Crix, give me an investigation check.
Yep. I am actually proficient in that.
You find nothing on their bodies. Everything
Okay.
you find like, their basic like winter clothing, but weapons and armor have been stripped from. See the leather straps where they once were fastened have been torn apart and removed.
In that case, as one by one, as I search them, I'm going to purge them.
Okay, so you guys watch as Crix ritualistically cast a spell very quickly as you watch their bodies suddenly get consumed by flame, and you hear the melting of the snow.
Oh, I'd probably say whatever. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, basically their bodies are just consumed by this very hot, intense flame, turning into piles of ash, the melted liquid snow that they create.
In fact, I would just be saying that our monastery's catechism, or catechism, I can't remember how you say it.
Can Dad say catechism?
Catechism.
Yeah.
Yep.
Laura doesn't take her hands down until it's like less morbid of a scene.
Yeah. I would say Demovan like steps back a step farther than everyone else from like the burning bodies.
You're gonna see a lot of that.
When you
That's
take your
very
hands,
unnerving.
when you take your hands down, there's just like a frozen tear on.
Well, you understand.
my face.
Crix
I wanted
has
to
to do this.
I wanted to be warm, but not like this.
As you guys are standing there, Valhana, you suddenly are hit on the side of the face by a tiny snowball.
What a bitch! Oh, that was rude. I just like look up and look whatever direction it came from, like left or right. I'm just looking at that.
From atop a tiny snowdrift, you see a tiny white masked individual capering atop it, giving you a little nya 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 look as he takes another little snowball.
Oh, cool. So you're gonna tease me too? Wow.
Wait. Do we all see this or just her?
Oh, you all see that.
I'm going to like look at it, and then I'm going to look at my lantern, look back at it, and then I'm going to light my fucking lantern.
The lantern lights up green.
I think we found one.
And it doesn't
Good.
look like a
I'm
fire
glad you
elemental,
guys-
correct?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm glad you guys found what you were looking for. Maybe we should just go chase after it. Otherwise, it's gonna keep throwing snowballs at our faces and just make this grim image even worse.
Believe it only threw snowballs at your face.
It seems to like you.
Oh yeah, that's what you do. It's like boys in elementary school, right? When they pull your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Cora reaches up and covers Val's ears and then goes, "So, are we meant to kill it, or I wasn't paying attention?"
Another little snowball goes poof, and hits Cora on the side of the head.
We're supposed to.
Immediately, she draws her sword and starts walking towards it.
Hold up. I think we're supposed to study this thing or something.
I want to taste it.
Well, what this one out real quick.
With Hirokin, suddenly the fox leaps from his mane and scampers across the snow towards the Chwinga.
And we're losing the fox.
Oh no.
It's just getting worse and worse.
The Tringo is going
It's
to
only the
die
worst
as a-
day of your life so far.
As it approaches the as it approaches the fox, the Chwinga jumps up and down in excitement. Takes good Chwinga. The Chwinga jumps up and down in excitement. You watch as it reaches behind itself and then takes out a little frozen berry and holds it up to the fox. The fox eats the berry and kind of does a little bit of a hop and a little circle jump. The Chwinga then jumps atop the fox and rides it like a mount.
Cora starts running after it.
It's not going anywhere.
That's actually
My food.
that's actually really cool. I wanna do that.
Cora,
That looks fun.
as you approach it, it waves to you and suddenly you feel a sensation across you. You are bestowed with a Chewinga charm.
Oh, that's the. I remember these things.
Yes.
Now.
Very
Yes.
similar.
So now you have to collect all the lucky charms to become the true leprechaun.
I hope it's known that it just got
These things are
reaffirmed that
so
trying to kill
monotonous.
these things gave me a prize.
Yes,
Well,
we're
it hit
being
you with a-
rewarded for
I think
murder.
that follow
It's
his
'cause it doesn't
reinforcement
know you were trying
backfired
to kill
immensely.
I have to look
Maybe
this up.
Chewingas are just millennials.
Chewingas are so.
You just saying that because they can't own houses? Man,
No, because
down in the woods.
they
Okay.
want nothing more than death.
So both
I want
actually,
nothing more than to ride foxes.
Valhalla
True.
and
They're better
Kolra.
Miyazaki lives.
Valhalla and Kolra
I am not
are both
Valhalla. I am
Valhalla
Valhalla.
and Kolra are both bestowed with a charm of animal conjuring.
Oh shit, that sounds sick.
Are you gonna send that
I will.
to me or put it in my sheet? Okay, thanks. Do I know that this is bestowed upon me in this moment?
Feel funny, and yes, you do.
Okay, so like I know something positive just happened to me.
Hmm?
Okay,
Conjure
Then-
animal spell, 3rd level. Is an action.
I'm
Nice.
going to I feel like, I mean, I can't do this without officially resting, but I just glow a little bit greener again, and then I go back blue.
You watch as the Chewinga on the back of the fox bounds off, following the large footprint that lead away from the now cremated carnage of 5 Goodmead veterans or Goodmead militiamen, further and deeper into the forest.
I now have qualms about stabbing this thing.
Yeah, we should follow the messenger.
I feel like the small one is giving us good luck for this fight, and we should let it live.
That
Oh, also we should
seems-
follow it because it seems to be following where we need to go.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
as the party ventures off further into the forest, the snow-covered boughs around them, we will end for the night. Follow the tracks towards the very big lair. Figure out what you guys do there next time.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun group.
I fucking love that. I'm gonna love like these little quips. It's like Dieter, but the next step and taken farther. I love it.
Yeah.
So gruffy headed baby.
It's Dieter with no actual like compass north, right? Like
Yeah.
Dieter
No
has
sense.
conviction.
Mhm. And he only has like that one. Like, no, this is the line. Thad has no lines.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I promise I won't go too crazy with it, but it will be fun.
Mhm.
Well, until it becomes necessary to go crazy with it, or if that becomes a thing. We'll see. I don't want to speak too soon
Right.
about things that may or may not happen because I know you all have secrets.
Well, this is a great first session. I'm actually honestly glad you guys got your asses out of Dugan's Hole. That is not a fun town. Not
Well,
a.
we could have
not a
lasted
great-
there for
I was
a
telling
while.
I was
Ash.
telling Derpy during the break where I was like, I'm gonna let the dice lay where they are, and actually, you guys can thank Neon for probably getting you out of some shenanigans with those wolves. But
Mhm.
Oh, with
Yeah, that
the
seemed good.
charm. I was already trusting them the whole time.
well, it would have been interesting considering that that Gestroy, that Grix was able to kind of like see through the lie, and it would have just been up to the party whether or not they wanted to follow them. But with the charm and like activated, yeah, that guy was like, the other wolf was just gonna tell you the entire story, and it's not a good one.
Also worth noting, we didn't save children, but we did save booze.
Or
Well,
attempting
we're
to
working
save
on
You're
it.
attempting
Yeah,
to
we're
save
working on
booze.
it.
And let's be honest, what kind of life are they going back to?
Yeah, and honestly, they're,
Yeah, I was
they're
like, it's
probably
just Darwinism
deformed
at work.
as is.
Oh, no,
Like,
they-
It-
They are 100% also deformed. Like anybody out of Dugan's Hole is inbred Like
The
No, but
mammoths are
that
just
makes them less
and
worthy
make
of
them
life.
suffer.
But,
Yeah, that doesn't make them not worthy of
but
life.
It's
at
a
the same
mercy
time,
killing.
Darwinism.
the impetus to try to help those people because it's self-inflicted becomes much less.
Yeah.
And the fact I don't even know if I
fact that
believe
it's a
those
massive
folks.
fucking mammoth. Like,
Yeah.
what are we
Oh yeah.
gonna
There's
do?
the risk
I
reward.
still say we should have tamed the mammoth.
I mean,
That-
we know there's one out there.
Back
We
to
can always
where
come
level-
back.
Yeah, and we
come
also
back
know
to
that
level
if we
10,
fail,
save the future, the future Dugan holders.
I would like to remind you that Mammoth is the thing that was become by 20th level Druid
Oh, big squish. Yeah.
to
it
start
is.
the campaign. Or the
one shot.
Yeah.
I don't see the issue.
I don't recall that. No, but good
All I
stuff.
recall is goddamn White Dragon, okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
Everyone should
ancient
play one.
white
They're very
dragon.
fun.
Blue-eyed.
As I said though, I've suffered the karma for doing that, and that's why my charisma is a 4. Not a +4. It's a 4.
Yo, I think
Oh, did
we
you not end
all-
up going with the 2?
No, it doesn't. It's too much. Like I'll stick with the actual rolls. I don't want to like fudge it just for.
Yeah,
silliness. It doesn't
that's
change.
fair.
It doesn't change much, honestly.
No.
But okay, so you guys are.
It
now,
might save me against a roll at some point by 1. In that case,
You guys
Yeah.
are now started off in Icewind Dale. I'm happy with the way that you guys have all kind of together now. That was a very good kind of. That was a very good, actually, pretty organic first session that
definitely
brought folks together. Aside from the we all stride up to the adventuring board and be, you adventurer, I adventurer. Yes, we adventure together, and then you go off.
I feel like Dugan's Hole was great for that though, because it was the only thing that stood out. Was like, okay, who
Yeah,
are we
it's
gonna
like it's
gravitate
very
towards?
easy to identify.
And
someone
also, we all
automatically
had
gravitate
good reason to want to leave because we were in Dugan's Hole.
Yep. No
automatic.
one wants to be stuck in Dugan's Hole.
Also,
no one wants to hang around the D hole, huh?
No, D-hole, dude. Also, Dun Morrow, fucking bomb ass, fucking winter music. Say that,
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Although I really appreciated the Grizzly Hills popping in there.
Oh yeah, some Grizzly Hills.
That is some good
Bitch.
stuff.
Where is it? There it is. Oh, the chills. The chills.
Mhm.
Oh, Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah, it's so good.
All right,
That's
guys. We will end here for the night, and we'll pick up in this next week as you guys venture off to the Verbig. Literally, it is a Verbig, like very big.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That was
Shit's
so-
very big.
On point.
Off to the
very
very big layer.
Very big, good meat.
very
And I was really looking for an opportunity, but it didn't come up because there's just too many people talking. I wanted to say that once we were done, the problem would be very small.
Yep.
You still check for the one-liner after we take care of
Yeah,
this.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say you
I'll
can
save it.
Save it for that.
for
I'll
next
save it.
session.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Also,
here's the
speaking
thing.
Assuming next session we actually
Yeah, we hope to
Yeah.
survive this, honestly.
I mean, we could TPK. There's still time.
Well,
level
you have a level 3
Level
spell
one.
that you can use,
Level
right?
one.
So
Yeah, you guys are level 1
conjure
still.
animals.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I mean, Conjure Animals
Animals-
at level
well,
3 is, let's just look that up.
yeah, I'm sure you can pull up some pretty
I already
nice things, right?
In my sheet, you can use it 3 times.
Yes.
With the charm. Let's see.
If anything else, something that
You
distracts.
can conjure
whatever
a
this large
beast of challenge rating 2 or
yeah,
lower.
one beast of challenge rating 2.
Okay, but there's only one thing you use conjure animals for.
Flying
and that
snakes.
is Flying
Like
snakes.
16
Flying snakes.
No, that
Yep.
that blows up and detonates on your face, and you all die.
To be fair, we're also in a very cold place, and they're cold-blooded animals, so.
But
Oh no.
flying snakes are essentially, the fighter jets of the D&D world.
Mhm.
So I think they'd be fine in a cool environment.
Ironic.
One
So would
round,
you-
they
so would
freeze
you
into,
say-
like,
So would
danger
you
noodles.
say snakes are the plane?
Oh no. Samuel L. Jackson wants to know your
Maybe.
location.
No. Samuel is actually our voice on Alexa.
No, ironically, you could summon at least one direwolf. Like direwolves are
Is that-
only
Is that challenge rating 2?
yeah. No, you could do
Well, the other
two
thing, too, is even if
direwolves. Those are
it's-
one.
Oh, then you could summon 2 direwolves.
Yep.
They're, if anything, if nothing else, they are something for it to hit. And just saying, because we are fairly well. Actually, I don't know how you guys.
No, you guys are all
level
fairly
one.
squishy. You're all squishy as fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm okay.
No. Yeah,
Yeah, I can
Neon's
say
my-
that now.
Neon's my protector.
I have 13.
I have 12, and
I
I'm
have
a yes.
single. I'm in the single digits as a monk.
Single digit
I
game.
have
Hell
13
yeah.
AC, but I have 8 hit points.
Oh
Yeah, imagine having double digits AC.
Imagine
I-
having double digits, both AC and health. At
Imagine
first
having-
level.
Pathetic.
Imagine
Basically, I
having
need to
any
live to level
modifier to
4.
con.
Level 4 is gonna jump my AC by 2 and like a whole bunch of other stuff. Like I just gotta
Guys,
make it
I've got
better.
a +3 int.
Although I do have a
A
pot
one
lid strapped to my chest,
X.
guys. That's gonna be important.
Very important.
It is 0 everything else.
I do have that written
and
down.
just so you guys do know, this Chewinga encounter does not technically complete the deed that you've been sent out for for the other person.
I don't
Well, we
even
have to
really
do
understand what the it was research.
Look at it.
No, you
Yeah,
had
we have to do
Or
like,
report on
take
what
it-
we've seen.
You had to take it
right?
with
Yeah.
you.
Oh, we have to actually.
Oh, we have to catch
okay.
it. Well, the fox is our friend.
Well,
Yeah.
now we know that the fox. Okay, is the fox still with
I'll
us? or
just
the fox
tell you
run off
this:
too?
this is something that was unique to the Verbig line of stuff, and there is further Chewinga shenanigans.
Excellent.
Got it.
Yes, I love Chewinga.
Chewingas are
They're
great.
the Kodama of D&D.
Chewinga. What's
They're
the fox?
adorable.
Cold.
Also, we were talking about calcium at one point. Somebody mentioned
What?
calcium, and I just Googled calcium, looking for skeleton memes. But I found this picture, and I thought I might as well.
Yo, you want to know what I found while I was looking up? Because you did the I Love Lamp GIF.
Mhm.
One of the weirdest ones that came out of that. Oh no, where'd it go? Oh, here.
Ew.
I don't.
What the
I
hell?
don't know.
There's a lot of layers there to dissect, and I don't want to.
I don't know.
Also, random question: does aluminum actually exist in Faerun, or is that just not a thing?
Sure, why not?
Okay, I mean it's a metal. It's just hard to do anything with naturally. So magic makes anything possible. We'll go with that.
Fuck that gift. All right, guys,
Yes.
it is bedtime. Everybody,
Alright, yeah. Oh,
Get
by
outta
the way,
here.
we're doing Thursday night. Yes.
yes,
one of
we
the-
are.
Okay.
Tomb or Tyrannic of Dragons.
We shall see, because I do work tomorrow.
Okay, you tell
Um,
us. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be ready for either one. For sure. I just
I'll
wanna-
let you know. I'll let you know by tomorrow. It just really depends.
On the mood.
Yeah, I need to know ahead
Yep.
of time.
Yep.
All right, guys.
I'll let you know
I
by
don't
by tomorrow night.
All right.
Right on.
Take it easy,
Yep.
everybody. Thank you for a
Alright,
great
everyone.
first session.
Fun,
Session 2 will
fun
be tomorrow.
stuff.
Or session 2 will be next week. Take it easy.
Yep. Can't wait.
All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. I have been your GM, Scuzz Nugget. We have 7 of us in this campaign now, with my wife, Derpy Gecko, as the lovely Valhana, the Eladrin. I'm an artificer. We have Kolrath, or Kolra, played by Neon. We have Fletcher, played by Gastroy. Demavand, played by Wabugi. Thad Crunknuckle, played by Chuckle Smash. Hirokin, Porkins, and Kalis as CW3, who usually is the DM for these types of campaigns, but is now gets to be a player. So once again, thank you guys for hanging out. We will be back next week, Tuesday, with session 2 of this as they head off toward the Verbi Glare. And we'll see what happens there. Infiltrate that. Very big. Verbi Glare. Take it easy, everybody. Good night.
I need my best friend. Oh my God.
you're trailing the loves in your mind and the loves in your head. Let me escape from this unlove, cause I'm a prisoner. I just want to live